welcome to DR Sports for the Women's 2020 European Championships. It's Portugal versus Switzerland. It's been a great tournament so far, I must say. I've got some fantastic guests in the house, and Ty. I've got some fantastic guests in the house. Paulo on my left. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you very much. You looking forward to this one?
I'm looking forward to it. As you know, we're not meant to be here, but I'm just going to enjoy it. Not much expectations, to be honest, because the last couple of years we've struggled to, qualify, but I'm just going to enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. Sophie's in the house. How are you, Soph?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. You enjoying the tournament so far?
I really am. Obviously, as a female footballer myself, to see how much it's grown over the years, it's just, I just feel like a proud mom. That's how I feel watching it.
We were just talking about this off air, wasn't we? We'll talk about this a little bit during the stream. And you've gone for a Portugal win as well, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
As a win. And the man Ty's in the house. How are you, Ty?
Yeah, fine, thank you. Thank you to DR Sports for inviting me.
You say this every time.
I do. Well, listen, it's a privilege and honour, very flattering and very humbling to even be here. So I have to say that each and every time.
I know you're a big women's football fan. Are you enjoying the tournament so far?
Yeah.
Some Arsenal
absolutely.
players scoring goals as well?
Yes, absolutely. Beth scored 1-0 and England won 1-0 and somebody predicted it, but I don't know who that was.
You got the
I'm only kidding.
score and the scorer bang on, didn't you?
Yes.
Don't you know.
What is it? What's the new word? Humble brag? No. I'm only kidding. Listen, I can't take any credit for that. It's Beth that's got to take credit for that because of how fantastic she is, and I'm fortunate enough to watch her week in, week out when our women don't clash with our men. So and then we got Manuela, who plays for Austria. And she was the number one.
Great, yeah.
Thank you. She was the number one goalkeeper last season. The fact that she kept the most clean sheets. So I just looked at that and got really lucky, really. But yeah. It's been a good tournament so far.
Okay, so we're a little over under a half an hour away from the kickoff. Let's go for the starting lineups. Paulo.
Yes.
Take us through Portugal's starting lineup.
Sure. So we have Inês Pereira in goal, Catarina Amado at left back, Gomes at centre back, Carol Costa, Joana Marchão, Tatiana Pinto, Dolores Silva, Andrea Norton, Ana Borges, Joana Silva, and Diana Silva in the striker position.
That is a lot better than I would have done.
Don't ask me to do the Switzerland one like that.
That's very good. Yes.
Would you do the Switzerland lineup, please?
Yeah, absolutely. In goal is Tauman. Then I don't know how they're going to line up, so I'll just say the names. Then is Ig Boglin. Then is Kirich. Then is Caligaris. Then is Noel Moritz, who plays for us, Arsenal women. Then there's Rotala. Then there's Mendley, and then there's Leah Volti, who also plays for Arsenal women.
For.
And then there's Karin Gorchevich.
That's nice.
Thank you. There's Sal and there's Backman. I think that's Ramona Backman, and I think she plays for Chelsea, I think.
Now, I'm not going to pretend that I know an awful lot about women's football, but how do you see this one going, Ty?
Well, I see Switzerland winning, but I think it's going to be very, very difficult. I mean, put it this way, if Portugal can play half as well as Paulo's pronounced that team, then I think Portugal got a great chance. But, I think it's good. I think Switzerland will win, but I think it will be difficult because Portugal are unknown. In the fact that they didn't even qualify. They only came in because Russia were obviously thrown out.
Well, this is the thing, right? So if I was looking at the reasons why Portugal were in it.
Yeah.
Russia, obviously, with everything that's going on over in Russia, Portugal's been given sort of the wild card.
Yes, that's right. Wild card.
But the form of the two teams, we had a look at the form of the two teams.
Yeah.
It is very chalk and cheese. Portugal are in decent form, and Switzerland look like they're getting slapped about. So I don't think it's as simple as
it's not. I think it's cliche to say it though, isn't it? Like in a tournament, they say form goes out the window. Like knockout football like that. I know it's obviously the group stages, but I think with Portugal, you'd probably sense that there's a bit of optimism. They've been given an opportunity. They've been gifted a chance. They're going to want to make the most of it. And I think it's almost like the pressure's off their shoulders because no one really expects them to do well. And obviously, I mean that in the nicest way possible. I know they've got like Silva and a few players who could definitely impress on this stage. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them.
Portugal finished bottom of the group in 2017, but coming to Euro 2022 in quite impressive form, having won 3 and drawn one of their last 4 matches.
Yeah.
Are you confident?
To be honest, like I've said before, I came into this tournament and obviously like a lot of these players, they must have been planning to go on holiday because they didn't expect to be here.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, you know, less pressure here because even when it comes to men's international football, I feel like there's always pressure there. You know, the likes of Bernardo Silva, Jota, Ronaldo, all of these players, and you think, we got the team to win this. And I'm not saying that the Portuguese women's team don't have the team to win it, but in previous years, they've struggled to qualify for these tournaments. So I think we're ranked 30th in the FIFA rankings. So,
yeah.
do you know what I mean? So it kind of shows where Portugal is at, but with the like of Diana Silva and Jessica Silva and Ana Borges, I think these are players that are really good players. I just think we're lacking in certain positions that, you know, will make us struggle to do well in this tournament. But there's no pressure from me here.
There's always some hidden narratives as well, isn't there? In tournaments when, like, I remember Denmark winning in 1992.
Right.
Yeah.
They weren't meant to be there.
Yeah.
So there's always that. It's like Royal Rover stuff of
Yeah,
sort, you know, not meant to be there, and all of a sudden they go and win the whole thing.
Yeah.
I've gone for Portugal. I'm not going to sit here and profess that I know an awful lot about anything, to be quite honest with you. In fact, I'm going to need education from all you guys today because I've been too but I like the narrative.
Yeah.
I like the narrative.
Yeah. I mean, even the last couple of years, I've been on and off with the team because I was on it a couple of years ago. Then I was like, I'm watching it. I'm not really impressed by it. And then I come back and I think, Jessica Silva, all of these players, I play for Sporting, and you know, there was links to Barcelona with Jessica Silva and all of these players, and I think, come on, there's quality there. You know, there's not much pressure here, so just play with freedom, and you know, the job will get done. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
1-0 for me.
Okay. It's been quite impressive, Ty, the coverage of the women's Euros.
What on here?
Everywhere. I've seen it everywhere.
well,
on here, exceptional on here, but everywhere.
Yes.
I mean, the coverage.
Well, absolutely, and it's about time. I think it's about time. You know. Yeah. Absolutely. That's how it should be. Yeah. It has been impressive. You know. I mean, you got. I think is it the advert about Hope United and all that, and you got the male players as well. So it's great. It's fantastic. Really impressive. But what?
Well, where do we want to be, so with women's football? I mean, you looked at. We just watched the tennis just now, and I would say in tennis it's a pretty even keel. I used to watch a lot more women's tennis than men's tennis, to be quite honest with you, when the Williams sisters were playing and things.
Oh
like that.
Fantastic,
You know,
legends.
Like there's sports out there that there's not many, but there's sports out there where women's, you know, the women's sport is on kill with a men's sport. Is that where we want football to be?
I think so, yeah. And I think over the last, I'd say 3-4 years in particular, like the amount that it's grown, I think has been breathtaking, really, and the standards improved as well. I mean, I've played since I was 7, and even when I was younger, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, but I didn't really enjoy watching women's football, even though I played it. So I felt like it was a lot slower to see, even though, like I was a player. But now the standard has really come on leaps and bounds. Yeah. And I think this tournament is a great advert for it. There's so many people that I know who not really interested in women's football, but they've seen the odd game. They're like, I've been really impressed by what I've seen, and I think it's been a bit of an eye opener for a lot of people like yourself who don't really watch much women's football. I think it's been an advert for it.
I think I got put off when I was younger, and it was friends of mine used to show me videos of the goalkeeping standards. Now I know that sounds ridiculous, but it was like it was basically making memes of them, you know, before meme was a meme. With the goalkeeping standards was really poor, and it was seen as a little bit of a, it's never going to be there, but it is getting there. It is getting there. The standards of some of the women's football and the coverage of it, the mainstream media are picking it up now, and I think this is going along with a lot of stuff. We was talking about even the wrestling, you know, the wrestling. The WWF have had women main event in WrestleMania.
That's right. That's
predominantly men's sport. I think it's very important. It is very important.
I think we've invested a lot in it, though. I mean, I played for Wolves since I was 7, and we were very separated from the men's side, very separated from the really associated with us. So like now, I know that the Wolves women just got promoted. Well, almost got promoted. They train at the men's complex. Obviously, with United women didn't even have a team when I was growing up, and then you look at that situation, and it's just like, I think the men's are really taking on board the women's, and I think that's great to see. And it is all like kids growing up now even like young girls, they want to be footballers. Whereas me growing up, I was one of the rare ones in my area that as a girl who liked football, and I think that just shows over time how popular it's becoming, which is great.
No, absolutely. 68,000 there was at Old Trafford for the England game the other night.
Amazing,
which is
absolutely
pretty
amazing.
much a sellout there.
Yeah.
And I did read before we came on that the women's final that was sold out in an hour. The tickets for the women's final sold out in an hour. It will be the largest final, European final, in the history of any tournament, men's or women's.
But how does that work though? How does it sell out? So who's bought
Well,
it?
people get their credit card normally,
Well,
and when the ticket comes out, they click a link and they exchange their money for a ticket.
Yeah. Well, I think I've gathered that. But what what I mean is, how is the final selling out when people don't even know who's in the final?
That's a good point.
Well, it's the same as the men's. The men's sell the same way.
But then that's the problem though. So if England, let's say if England get there, let's say Portugal, that means there's going to be so many fans who don't want to go to the final, and then what happens? They end up on the black market, don't they?
Of course they do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which
that's like any ticket.
But
Do
then
you think it should be released like closer to the final?
absolutely.
So you think
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's what's going to happen. And then let's just say if England get to the final, there's going to be so many England fans. I don't think it will be the same as the final. Those disgraceful scenes at the final. But you can just imagine people will be desperate if England get to the final. And I think it's ridiculous that the final, the knockout stages are not even here yet, but the finals sold out. I think that's absolutely ridiculous.
Do you think that they put the tickets on sale that early for the final because they weren't expecting such a positive reaction to the
Yeah, it could be that.
tickets?
Possibly.
Could be.
Possibly.
I think if I'm not wrong in saying, I think this is at the Lee Valley Stadium.
That's what Lay Village.
Lay Village.
Where
Okay.
United play.
Lee Valley's in Edmonton.
Sorry,
Lee Sports
I'm sorry.
Village.
No, it's all right.
Lay Village
Lay
Stadium.
Village.
Which I'm told, I'm sure is small.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been there.
You think to yourself, if they get a Portugal and Switzerland in the final, maybe a 70,000 seat stadium may not be, or 90,000 seat stadium may not be sold out.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I get what you're saying.
I suppose so. But I think personally, I think what they should have done is, if they should have put registered interest. If you register an interest for the final, they put people into groups or whatever, because that's just a recipe for chaos. I think.
Well, the Euros last year, I'm sure the final wasn't being sold until the round of 16, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
They didn't release it in the group stages last year, did they?
I don't think so.
I don't
No,
think
I
so,
don't think
because
so.
I remember seeing it like maybe round of 16 quarterfinals. Then it was released for the final tickets.
Yeah.
So for them to do it now is a bit
Yeah,
odd.
it's strange.
Yeah,
It's strange. I shouldn't say it's ridiculous. I don't want to be disrespectful, but it's a strange decision.
Yeah.
It's a very strange decision. And then, like you say, it's done in women's football. Would that be done in men's football? I don't think it would be.
But you see, if I bought a ticket for the final, right? I'm not a women's football. I've been to one women's game in my life. Yeah,
Who did you go and
FA
watch?
Cup final. It was Arsenal versus Wembley, I think it was, or something. But it was at Upton Park.
Oh, right, okay.
I think it was
Okay.
Arsenal. It might not have been. But they gave us a ticket. I was a West Ham season ticket holder. It was at Upton Park. They gave us a ticket.
Yeah.
Brother over there.
Yeah.
And we watched the game. Talking about 20 years ago or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
I've watched one. Now, if I bought a ticket for the final,
Yeah.
no matter who got there, I think, well, I'm going to go and watch it.
Yeah.
It's still going to be 90,000 people
Yeah,
there or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and watch that final. Whereas, with the chance that England may get there, but if England don't get there and then they say, well, England are out now, but they're putting tickets into the final, I won't buy one. I'm just going, well, England ain't going to be there, I'm not going to buy one.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a way for promotion as well, because you will go and maybe you'll find it interesting, maybe you'll get into it. I think it's a good idea.
You think to sell that before? I don't know. I know the women's game is different, but because to me, whenever you
I
go
would
to...
go to any final in this country. It's being held in this country.
Yeah.
I would go to any final. If I
Yeah.
bought a ticket to the World Cup final and it was
Yeah.
in this country,
Yeah.
no matter who was in it,
Yeah.
it could be Azerbaijan versus Poland. I'd
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
because it's a final and it's in this country. You
Yeah.
don't get to experience that
Yeah.
too many times.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But then, I don't know, it's just, that's the problem with touting.
But why is it a problem?
No, because those tickets now, the people that don't want to go, those tickets now are somehow going to end up in touts' hands. And that to me is very sad. Because that's what's going to happen.
It is sad, but no matter who's playing in the final, them tickets will end up in touts.
Yeah, but then, yeah, that's true. But then there should be measures where it lessens the chances of touts getting it. There should be.
I mean, if you look at it like this, right? So if you have like the women's team and you had any women's team, and you look at the rivalry and the competitiveness of the women's international teams in comparison to the men's teams, you would think that they would do the opposite with the men's one. So they would release the tickets for the final quite early on, because even nowadays, this year, there's a lot of teams. France, you can argue Switzerland, whatever. There's so many teams that could win the final. The women's, I feel like you got amazing players who are perhaps just in a few teams, England, the Netherlands.
Yeah.
So it's a lot less competitive. So you would think they'll do the opposite, right? They would probably release it around the 16 quarter-final. So I guess that's why it seemed a bit odd. Because for men's, you would think they would do it maybe earlier on, because there's so many teams who could win. So anyone wouldn't mind who they see in the final. But I guess if it's someone like you who doesn't mind who plays in a final, then it's different, of course.
Let me just take a couple of these comments. There is some comments coming in as we're saying. Thank you to everyone that's watching in the live stream at the moment. Adam Elimano says Kelly Smith played a big role in improving the standards and creating a women's
She did. My idol. Growing up.
She did well.
Yeah.
Listen, I
know who Kelly Smith is. You know.
Well, I like to think a lot of people do. I think personally, I don't think you'll ever see a better England player than her in our lifetime. Well, however long that is.
Yeah.
You know,
she was head and shoulders above, wasn't she?
She was unbelievable, and I was lucky enough to watch her, and she was
you had
incredible.
Yankee as well in the same.
Yeah, Rachel.
Yeah.
That's our legend. Unbelievable. She could do anything, and that's why we're so successful. She was unbelievable and fantastic to chat to. Very, very humble, brilliant, fantastic person.
There is a poll up for the match prediction. If you're in the chat right now, take 2 seconds up there to go and vote for who you think's going to win this game. We've all given our predictions. You can go and see that on what was it, on YouTube Shorts? YouTube Shorts or TikTok? Our prediction. Instagram stories. None of the ones I mentioned, by the way. They're the ones I watch every day. You know, TikTok. I learned to cook through TikTok now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they give you like a 30-second recipe, and I've cooked like loads of
30 seconds?
I've done as well. I've done like 3, and I was like, it's really good. I need to stop watching
30, that's too long. How can't it be 3 seconds?
Too long? 30 seconds?
Yeah, 3 seconds. I'm only kidding.
What are you learning to cook in 3 seconds? Popcorn.
Microwave.
Has less as possible. No, that's good. 30 seconds. That's brilliant.
People put this in the as a poll. How many bowls of popcorn will
I do it. Well,
we've got plenty of bowls on there. Let me take some more comments.
Well, there's 3, isn't there?
The Big Beatrice women's boxing has grown massively, headlining shows with men on the undercard.
Yes, shout out Natasha Jonas, sister of Nikita Paris, very good boxer, and Kelly Taylor as well.
What do you think about Paris United?
Very, very disappointing.
Disappointed?
Yeah, very disappointed. She didn't really have a good season, but I would have liked to see her at least have another season.
Do you not think that's a good move for her, though?
It's a good move.
Yeah,
it's a good move for her, but I'm just disappointed that she only had 1 season, because it's hard to judge on 1 season. Yeah. I'd like to see her next season, but you know, good luck to her.
I'm excited to see her next season. Yeah.
Let's do the predictions again then for anyone that hasn't seen the Instagram stories. I've gone for a 1-0 Portugal win. Sophie, what did you go for?
I go for a 2-1 Portugal win.
2-1 Portugal win. Paulo?
1-0 Portugal win.
1-0 Portugal win.
I went for a 2-0 Switzerland win with Leah Volti and Noel Moritz scoring the goals.
Goal scorers and everything. Listen, he's 1-1 with his predictions so far.
Well, 1-1 for England.
1-1 for England, yeah. You got everything else wrong. So if you're a betting man, don't follow Ty.
Well, so did everyone else, so no, I'm just... There's Leah.
There's a couple of people saying a 1-1 draw.
After looking at their form going into it, a draw's not a bad shout, though, is it?
No, not really.
For Portugal, Portugal would bite their hands off for that, I'd think. Is that a shocker? The Chelsea fan.
BC says Portugal 1, Sweden 1. That's got to be very difficult as they play Switzerland.
Typo, it must be a typo.
That would be some prediction if it was 1-1, them and Sweden. Yankee Mo just says Portugal runs through my veins 2-0. So yeah.
Okay.
I like their confidence.
Why aren't you in Germany?
Sorry?
Why aren't you in Germany?
Because I'm here.
You're the most dedicated person I know.
I know.
Following the football.
Oh well.
Do you have to have a summer off?
Absolutely. There's no one.
'Cause you follow everything during the season, right? The men's team
Everything.
everywhere,
Everything.
the women's team
Yeah.
as much as you can.
As well,
When it gets to
listen.
the summer and they're going to Florida and Germany, do you think,
Well, listen, with our women's team, even going to away matches as well. Great, going up to where was it? Oh, Tranmere, when we won the league and winning 5-1. So that as well. But yeah. You're very kind. I'm very fortunate. I'm in a unique situation where circumstances allow me to go. Not everybody can go to game. But yeah. What it is with pre-season, I'm not really too fussed about pre-season, because when the season's off, a lot of people say, "Oh no, there's no football." But I find it great, because when you're when you're lucky enough to be in football, and you're in it full on, you need a break. So when the season's off now, I'm just chilling.
After supporting Arsenal and United, you definitely need a break. I feel definitely the same in terms of pre-season.
okay, so you obviously follow the men's and women's team. So we know you support Arsenal men's and Arsenal women's.
And under 23s and the youth teams as well.
Paolo, would you say you supported Manchester United women's team?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah? So, you're in a difficult position because you've played for Wolves.
Yeah.
You support Man United, but you've played for Wolves.
I'm not a Wolves fan, no.
You're not a Wolves fan?
No, not
So
at all.
even the women's side, you wouldn't split your allegiance?
No,
No?
definitely not.
So-
Obviously, I like to see Wolves doing well, and I'm fortunate that they're not competing with United in that sense. But I've got friends who play for Wolves who I've known for years and years. Captain, obviously, Anna Price, who was like a role model for me going through the youth system and whatnot. So of course, like I've got like heart in Wolves, but yeah, United is my team, and I was so excited when obviously we created the ladies team, and yeah, I just want to see them go from strength to strength. Obviously, we made a good signing in Paris. We just want a bit more business done.
See, I would obviously say I supported West Ham women's team, but
Yeah.
I couldn't say I was a proper supporter.
It's hard though, and this is the bad thing I think about women's football, because I obviously play football myself, and all women's games kick off. Well, most women's games kick off at 2 o'clock on a Sunday.
That's right.
So I can't watch United play or Wolves play or anybody play because I'm playing myself at that time.
Yeah.
Which is, especially if there's finals and stuff like that, I always think that's a pain, because if you're playing yourself, you can't watch that, you can't support it, and it just doesn't make sense to me that.
Yeah, I agree. But can you support anyone but your club that you support? That you supported? Can you support sort of like Man United's women's team, Wolves women's team? Can I support West Ham men's team but Spurs women's team?
That's a good question.
Could you do that?
That's a very good question. Could I do it?
Not you.
Oh.
I know you could do it.
I think you could do it in a sense that where, like I say, United didn't even have a women's team growing up, so I could have obviously had an allegiance elsewhere, but I just didn't have a women's team, if you like. I just didn't follow women's football as such. I played in it, but I didn't have a team that I supported as much. Whereas now I finally have got one, so yeah.
That's
we're
a good
about
question, actually.
5 minutes from kick-off here.
Cool, look at the Switzerland fans.
There's a lot of fans there. There is a lot of fans there.
But like I said, it's a very small ground. I was lucky enough to go there.
What's the capacity, you think?
I think
Under 23s play there.
Well, I know it's very
5,000, wasn't it?
yeah, something like
5,000.
that.
It's probably about 6, yeah, 5.
You know what? That's
6,000.
better for us. You know, better for us. Less pressure. You know, just take it easy. You know. What I
Yeah,
mean?
there's a couple of, although the final is the biggest, there's a couple of stadiums that they've got, including this one, I think, that are the smallest ones that they've had since the mid-90s or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was lucky enough to watch our women play Manchester United women there last
It's a
season.
nice little ground, but it's a
It
bit
is,
awkward
it
to
is,
get
it
to,
is.
isn't it? Public
It is.
transport.
It is.
Where is
awkward.
it?
It's
It's called Leeds Sports Village, just like the back
Leeds
of
Sports
Manchester.
Village,
It's not in Manchester, it's awkward,
Wigan.
it's like at the back. No, it's not that far.
Yeah, it is,
But
that's
basically
what-
there's no direct trains or any transport
Really?
really to there. It's a pain to get there.
So
yeah.
they've done really well to get
Whoa.
that many there.
yeah, they have.
But what is it? Is it like a leisure centre or something?
Yeah.
On the back of it, yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
shopping complex and stuff.
Yeah,
obviously,
and there's a
isn't there,
hotel as well.
Yeah.
There's a hotel there. Yeah, that's
been there?
that's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah. To watch our women play Manchester United women last season.
I watched United against City there. as
Oh,
well.
is it?
12,000 capacity.
12,000 capacity.
That's actually not too bad.
Okay.
You know. That's
That's more than I actually thought, to be fair.
Yeah.
So me as well.
So we're going through the national anthems. Switzerland are up first. I hope there's no booing.
Well, there's no well. Hopefully not.
I was having this talk with my boyfriend the other day, and he was saying that there seems less diving and stuff in women's football. Would you agree? Have you seen, from what you've seen, would you agree with that?
More of an honest sport, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yes, which is fascinating.
Which is interesting. I remember watching some of the World Cup qualifier games back like 4 months ago, and I was like, in a game, I must have counted how many, you know, in one hand, how many like dives there were. In men's football, you're talking to double digits. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous.
There's
And
less
men just
bookings
bigger
and stuff
cheaters.
as well. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
What would you say, Paulo? Are men just bigger cheaters? They just
I think so. Yeah. I think we are bigger cheaters.
bigger comment.
I think that's been allowed in the game though, hasn't it? Like,
It has
how
been
many
allowed.
times have you seen it where a player hasn't gone down and they haven't got the penalty, yet if they throw themselves to the floor, it's given? Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think that it's just been embedded into the game. It's just,
It has been, it has been allowed, which is a shame, really.
yeah.
Some people in the chat are disappointed that you just said you got a boyfriend, so. Shivan says, big up Nicky, Paulo and Sophie. 100% Ty. No, I'm not going to read that. Sorry. Sorry, Ty.
Nice of us to sorry, you have to apologise to me.
Someone said, greetings to Sir Taiwo of headphones and snacks. Ty must be hungry as he hasn't seen me eat any popcorn
That's
yet.
King Sir Taiwo to you, no, I'm only kidding.
Someone wants to
Yeah,
know,
cool.
is Paulo wearing boxer shorts? No, he's
No,
wearing,
no.
he's wearing his full kit. His
Wearing
full
the full
Portugal
kit.
What is going on?
Boxer.
Are these?
Yeah.
Might have to just.
Are these people actually in the room? I don't know what they're seeing. It's unbelievable.
I can't see what they're seeing, to be quite honest. Yeah. There's still people debating how many bowls of popcorn you're going to be watching. You're going to be eating. Right?
He did say have 10 pizzas earlier on Miss
Yeah, he did. He
I did
wants
say
10
what?
pizzas. We're doing 2 streams, so we might get some.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We might
Well,
get some.
I like this. I like this.
The
I like
polls
the-
complete for the predictions from the chat. 57% went for a Portugal win.
Oh,
Interesting.
26% only went for a Switzerland win.
Wow.
And 16% went for a draw.
Interesting.
that's interesting.
They look fired up for it though, Portugal.
They do. I like the, I like the singing of the national anthem.
I'm looking forward to this. Looking forward to this. Who's the favourite of the tournament?
Holland, I'd say.
England have to be up there as hosts, don't they?
They have to be up there, but
Netherlands are my favourite. I
yeah,
think.
because you know they got the legend that is Vivian Miedema, who
Yeah.
also we're fortunate enough to play for us. You know, when you got a striker like her, you always have a chance.
Isn't
Sweden
she
are
like the
top
highest
ranked
scorer?
team.
Yeah,
Top ranked European team.
Sweden.
yeah. And we have another player that plays for us as well, is Stina Blackstenius. And what's
for who?
interesting about
Plays for who?
for us as well, us the women. What's interesting about her is that I saw her in the under 17s, and she was brilliant. And when I did speak to her, I said, I saw you in under 17s. She said, oh really? Because that's when it was used to be on Eurosport. Obviously, other TV stations available. They never had it there. So they used to have the under 17 women, and I watched all that, and I saw her, and they talked about her since she was 17. So yeah, Sweden are brilliant. Sweden are brilliant.
Who are you expecting to be like the standout player of this tournament, Ty?
Well, hopefully one of our women, us the women.
An England player would be nice, but yeah.
Yeah. Well,
who's playing for Switzerland? Arsenal lady playing for Switzerland.
Leah
There's two, aren't
Volti,
there?
the captain, and Noel Merritz, who are fantastic players for us. Vivian, I'd go for Vivian.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go for Leah. I'm going for all our women.
100th cap today for Leah.
Sorry.
100th cap.
Oh, absolutely unbelievable. And she's still so young. It's incredible.
From the England game, like that you saw, and so far, what you've seen of us, like who's your standout for England? Would you say who's the player you most like, from like a neutral point of view?
I didn't watch it.
What about you?
Game.
Oh.
I didn't watch the game either.
I didn't
Ella
get to see
for
it.
me, you know.
Oh, is it? Because Manchester United, isn't it?
It is because of the United links, but also I feel like every time she's come on, she
Yeah.
just really impressed me.
Oh, right.
Obviously, I mean, Mead scored and whatnot. Hemp,
Yeah,
I think,
Beth,
is
yeah.
a great player
Beth.
as well.
Well, funny enough, there's links with Beth, isn't there? You know what the link is, don't you?
No.
She supports Manchester United.
I swear.
Yeah.
I did not know that, you know.
Yeah.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah. But who would you say then? Who's your stand-up player for the tournament? Who do you think is going to...
I think Miedemar has to be up there.
Yeah.
Just because she's just a pure goal threat, isn't she?
Yeah.
See, Hemp's one that throughout the season really excited me. I
Yeah.
don't think she did that much the other night, but I think she's one who could come into her own the more the tournament goes on.
Yeah.
So I think Hemp I'll put up there as well. And I've already mentioned Ella too, and I'm not going to say she's going to be a standout, but I think she could be a surprise package for us because obviously she's been sub so far.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that she features a bit more because I think every time she's come on her energy, she just looks lively and she makes stuff happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought we looked better when the changes were made the other night.
Well,
But that's the good thing about our squad, isn't it? Because we've got so many strong players we could bring on when the other team's tired. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
But also like Jackie as well, obviously another United player at Netherlands who I really rate as a player. Be interesting to see her playing for Netherlands and not for United. Jackie Groenen.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. So you got a few then.
Yeah.
Alicia Rossio as well, was it?
Yeah. She's a great player as well.
She's a good player.
Young, but good player.
Right, we've kicked off.
Right.
Portugal are kicking from left to right, Switzerland from right to left. If you are watching Portugal in the white and no, they ain't. Switzerland in the white and Portugal in the red. Don't listen to me. I'll never make it as a commentator.
Imagine what's going through those Portugal players' heads like right now.
Yeah.
Like you said, they're probably planning a holiday and they're playing in the Euros.
Now, but I'll take it, you know.
The game is on BBC iPlayer if you want to watch it live, by the way.
Oh, that's where they all... Oh, okay. Switzerland Newfound. Sweet.
Just keep it simple.
Yes, Portugal just want to get some
Is that going to
possession.
affect the preparations, though, for Portugal? Not knowing they're going to go in there and having that call. I mean, it could have only been a couple of months ago, couldn't it?
You know what? I'm thinking from a player's point of view now. Sometimes you can overthink things.
Yeah.
And especially going in as like the lowest rated, like you'd be thinking, you could overthink that and that can knock your confidence. So I think the fact they've had less time probably to react to it could help them because it's instinctive. And
you got that nothing to lose
attitude.
attitude.
Yeah, exactly.
Want to get rid of it.
Conceding early will not help their cause.
No.
Strike here.
Oh!
Oh, what a goal.
First minute strike. Oh my goodness me.
Oh my gosh.
So that's not good for Portugal.
Oof.
It's a good goal as well.
1 minute in.
Wow.
I need to watch that back.
It's a good
Just
strike.
a bit of a mess in the middle. It's
Yeah,
a bit of a messy start from both teams, really, and it's just been picked up by the Swiss player, and it's just been smacked.
The way she backheeled that is terrible. That was a terrible.
No, it's just a bit
Just
of
fell to her then.
She's just...
It's a good strike to be
Yeah,
fair.
it's a fantastic strike. Keeper had no chance.
yeah, I don't think the goalkeeper thinks she's gonna shoot from there. Yeah.
It's just come out.
It's a brilliant strike. To be fair.
Yeah.
Look at
There's
that.
nothing you can do about that. Brilliant goal. As you say, caught them napping.
Yeah.
That's my prediction out the window.
That's a worrying start, isn't it?
It's
going to take some character now for Portugal to come back.
It is a worrying start, but I think with Switzerland, what maybe the Switzerland coach would have said is that, listen, they didn't know they was going to be in this. Try hit them.
Go on.
Would you go through?
Get through. There's no one in the box. Yeah. Just keep it. Look.
That's maybe what the Switzerland coach said, have us fast start.
Yeah.
That's maybe what was said.
Try and catch them off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your prediction gone then.
It's come out of the blue though. It's come out of the blue though, because
my
one
prediction lasted 1 minute. Lucky I'm not betting, man. Portugal manager got everything to do here.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's a long way to go, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
It's an unfortunate one as well. It wasn't even like they were played through or anything like that. Like you said, it's a bit of a poor clearance.
Yeah.
It was a good strike. You have to just
it was a brilliant strike. It's a brilliant strike.
Does an early goal like that mess with everything you've just said?
Yeah.
Like you go with a game plan. 1 minute in, you find yourself 1-0 down. Yeah. I'm sure that the game plan would have been keep it tight early.
Keep it tight for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to. These are internationals, and you
There's
think
got to be
they'll
nerves
prepared,
there, though.
But yeah.
Yeah. But this is what I'm saying. Switzerland are very experienced.
Yeah.
So they would know what it's about. You know. And like I said, that's what they would have said. They would have said, if you can get an early goal, then they're going to their heads might
crumble,
drop.
Yeah.
You know. But I hope they don't, to be fair. I hope they don't, but there's still a long way to go.
I think it's a case of not conceding another one, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly, yeah.
Like before half time.
Another one here could be disastrous.
Yeah.
It's a great delivery.
It's a great ball.
That's a good goal. Another goal.
Oh my gosh, it's 2-0.
That is a delivery
Just
and a
as
half.
what we were saying. Oh my gosh.
4 minutes in.
Wow. Wow.
And Portugal are really on the back foot now. I don't know what to say.
Oh my gosh,
This is mad.
So how do you come back from, 2 goals, less than 5 minutes gone?
I don't know.
We haven't seen much. And
No.
between those 4 minutes, two goals.
One
you know
foul.
I mean?
Look at this delivery,
it's
though.
a great cross. They're all on side.
Look at the time in the air, and then there's.
Look at that.
That's.
What you could say though,
Good header as well.
without being critical, there's 3
And
Switzerland
one.
players at the back post, and there's only 1 Portugal player.
Yeah.
So she's outnumbered.
That's a pinpoint delivery, though.
It
It
is.
takes
Yeah,
some doing that.
I mean, the time it
It
had
is,
in the
it
air
is.
just gave just about enough time
Yeah,
for
yeah.
their attackers to just get on it.
2-0
It's a
already.
perfect start.
It's a perfect
Switzerland.
start for Switzerland, yeah.
They're buzzing.
Yeah.
And again.
Wow.
Especially considering they've been on terrible form. I mean,
Yeah.
2 goals in 5 minutes.
Do you think the gaps in between? I mean, I think Switzerland are rated 20th in the world and,
Yeah.
and Portugal are 30th.
Yeah.
Do you think the gaps are very vast between the sides? Like when you play international football, obviously you get in men's international football, you get
Right.
them big gaps between like sort of an England and a San Marino.
Go on.
But when you're looking
Pass
at
it, just pass.
the likes of sort of England and France and Germany,
Yeah.
they can all compete, and
Yeah.
that's sometimes I think what you don't see in women's football. I mean, I remember that weren't the game in the World Cup something like 12-0 or
Yeah.
Yeah, was it 10? You mean England?
USA versus
Oh, right.
USA, yeah.
Thailand, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could say that. I suppose you could say that. But I think what it is, Switzerland are very experienced.
I think
That's what it
it's even like from league to league though. Like the standard that I play at now, obviously I'm Kidderminster Harriers, and I mentioned to you earlier, like we have to get sponsors to play.
Yeah.
But the second, I mean, I've got a good friend Ash Neville who plays for Spurs.
Oh, yeah, that's right,
Who
yeah.
used to play with me back in the day as well. But
Okay.
the step up to that level when you are getting paid for it, and obviously it becomes your job.
Well,
Do you know what I mean? Because at
yeah.
the moment, most women, and I know there's even women at Northern Ireland,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
players like that who still work full time as well.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I think,
I think there's an element to
that
that.
is a great shout. When there's different levels across the game, you're playing at international level. As I say, you've got USA players that are getting paid the same as
That's
the
their
men's
job,
players
yeah.
that can
Which is
obviously
brilliant.
afford conditioning coaches, and they've probably got these big massive training centres and everything else.
Yeah.
Netherlands are going to be the same,
Yeah.
and then you've got teams like Northern Ireland that get £1,000 to
Yeah.
to
And
go
they're doing like
travelling.
a full time job and then probably training on an
Yeah,
evening. And
yeah.
it's just-
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
the gulf needs to be closed between the sides.
Yeah.
It does.
Would that be done? How many years would that take to do that?
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's crazy, isn't it?
Who knows?
So I was saying when I remember I was at Wolves playing in the first team, and I was like 16, 17, and I was saying if I was a man at this stage now playing for the first team at Wolves, like I'd
Yeah.
probably be on what they were in like, the championship at that time, so I say what 10, 15 grand a week.
£15,000 a week.
Yeah.
And then like I say we're having to literally raise money to play, and that's just
Yeah.
the difference, isn't it? Like it's crazy.
Yeah. And this is where the promotion comes in and
Yeah.
exposure.
But I'm sure there would have been a lot of sponsors for this tournament.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of
you would
eyes on
think
this
so,
tournament.
yeah.
There would have been. There would have been.
Look, I mean, look at what's going around the boards now. You know, at the end of the day, they're the things that pay the money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the sponsors pay the money. So if
Yes,
you-
that's true.
and I think that was the reason why sort of the USA were sort of campaigning why we're
Yeah.
not being paid the same as the men.
Yeah.
Because their international team was actually making more money than the men's
Yeah.
international team.
And they're better as well. They're in better
Well,
form.
women's football is just massive. Well, soccer is massive, isn't it?
That's what I mean. But then that's why they're winners. I was saying yesterday, that's why they're winners. Because the way they set up in America, they set up to win. So even when
Yeah.
you're young, you know, you got this, you have this, you have that. So you know you can go
Bounce
to.
back.
You have all the aspects given to you to win, and that's why. And it's no coincidence that America are the best women's team because they're all geared to winning.
They're miles ahead, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are, but that's why because of all they put in. You know.
Come on, we've got to be passing. I'm just seeing a bit of like, individuals,
Good
They
block.
just need to stay
Yeah,
in the
just-
game, don't
just
they?
keep
The
it
worst thing
calm.
is to like concede.
Yeah.
I mentioned another one, but anymore. They need to try to stay in the game, and if we can get a draw from this, then that would be a positive start, wouldn't it? Considering where they started at.
Yeah.
When was that? Because I'm just looking at some of the big results in women's football as well.
Yeah.
We're talking about the golfing class.
Yeah.
England women 20-0 in 2005 against Latvia.
Mm.
Canada beat Puerto Rico's women 21-0. And now I know
Wow.
you do get them results in football, in men's football. Iran 19-0 and Belgium against Armenia 19-0.
Yeah.
Australia 18-0. You know,
Yeah.
There has been some huge results.
There has.
What about Germany in this tournament, Ty? Where do you think now? Because they look really good again the other day.
Well,
They're always organised, the Germans.
Yeah.
No matter what they do, they're always organised.
I think they're going to do well. Oh, I have to say it, isn't it? Because I got them in the sweepstakes, so.
Did that? Who you got? Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm only kidding. Yeah, you can't bet against Germany, but I think England will never have a better chance. In the
home advantage.
home nation, home advantage is absolutely massive.
I mean, I know we won the other night, and obviously it was a great win. But I would say I don't think we really got out of second gear. Like, I still think there's a lot to come from us.
Which is good.
Which is a good
Which
thing.
is good.
Ease
Still
our
can
way
win,
in.
keep a clean sheet. That's massive, because it's always a good sign for a team when you're not playing well and you can still win.
Yeah.
Helen's got Portugal.
Oh
Andy's
right,
got
yeah,
Switzerland.
Who
okay.
have I got?
Netherlands. You got Netherlands.
Netherlands.
You
Oh,
Who have you
that's
got?
my favourite,
That's
surely.
I haven't got one.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't got one. Okay.
No, I haven't got one. But Netherlands is. That's a good
Oh, you
one.
got Holland.
You two
Got
got
Holland,
good
yeah.
teams.
That's a
Ooh,
good team.
I think I might
What'd
swap
you win?
Germany
What's
for
the
that.
The Barcelona trip, isn't it?
Yeah, a holiday in
Barcelona?
Barcelona. Yeah.
You're joking.
No, he's serious.
Real?
Yeah.
To do what?
Whatever you
Just
chill,
have
innit?
a-
whatever you like.
I'll tell you a story about Barcelona, right? I'll tell you in a second. I'm going to get a bowl of popcorn. I'm going to be the first one to crack here, right?
Okay.
But I'll tell you a story. I went to Barcelona once, right?
Yeah.
And I went on a tour, a stadium tour.
Yeah.
But it wasn't of the new camp. They didn't have any new camp stadium tours left at our hotel.
All right.
I went for a tour of the Olympic Stadium, which was there in 1992. Yeah.
All right. Yes.
And
Yeah.
the new camp tour wasn't. It wasn't euros, it was pesos, but let's say the equivalent of 50
Peso.
euros, right?
Yeah.
To go to the new camp tour.
Yeah.
And the Olympic Stadium one was 10. Yeah?
Oh, you was 10.
No, I wasn't.
It
Oh.
was them.
Listen to
I thought you said you was 10.
right?
Why are you wasting popcorn?
10 euros. 10 euros, right?
Oh,
So-
you said you was 10 years old.
Right? We get Bill Piles on his coach. I'm in a town just outside Barcelona. Bill Piles on his coach takes us into Barcelona, which is lovely. You've got the sight to see in person. Telling
to
you,
them.
oh look, there's the cathedral. There's this. Right? You
I
can
want
take a
him to
plus
answer
one.
that, by the way.
Eh?
I want you to answer that.
Right.
Okay, what can I say? If they wanted to come, yeah. I don't think Sophie's boyfriend would like that, though. And I don't.
We can have a tour in the new camp. I'm up for that. Definitely.
It's just a business trip, right?
Yeah.
Oof, go on.
It's what?
Good bit of skill, yeah.
You go on. It's
Anyway,
what?
so we're going around in a coach. He's going, look, there's the cathedral. This is this. Welcome to Catalonia, blah blah. Pulls up to the Olympic Stadium, right? We all pulls off this coach. There's only about 8 of us. On a 50-seater coach, right? There's only about 8 of us, right?
Yeah.
This fella gets out and goes, tour of the Olympic Stadium, yeah. He goes, there it is. I was only a kid. I was like,
Yeah.
waiting, and he goes, have a look through the hole. I said, what do you mean hole?
Yeah.
It's overgrown. It's derelict. The whole thing is derelict. It's been boarded up and things.
Oh.
Basically, he's got 8 people, charged them 80 euros to have a look through a hole in the fence to look through there. That's where Linford Christie won this and
Yeah.
I was like,
That's a
we're looking
scam
for a
right
hole. Yeah, it was a scam.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he went, have a lovely day. We'll meet you back here in 2 hours or something.
So what did you do for the rest of the time?
Well, I actually made my aunt. I was with my auntie. Wasn't with my mum. I actually
Oh.
made my auntie take me to the new camp to see if we can get on a tour, and we did.
Oh right. How far was it?
The new camp.
From there.
I've done the new camp tour. It's good.
All right.
I don't know. So it was 25 years ago or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was. I think that was 99. 99. Yeah.
So how old was you? Then.
15.
Okay.
What's the
Alright.
best stadium you've been to? Or
Oh, that's
seen?
good. That's a good.
In real
question.
life.
Yeah.
What's in the game at?
Not just seen, just been to, visited.
New camp was impressive.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Newcastle's probably mine, to be fair.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Tottenham Hotspur Stadium was pretty impressive.
I haven't been there still.
Yeah.
Ty doesn't like that
not
one.
being
Ty
like-
doesn't like
That's
that
why I'm
one.
looking at him.
Oh, no, that's all right. No, that's fine, isn't it? You won there, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
That's why you're saying that.
they're all impressive when you win. I've got to say, even Old Trafford's impressive.
I love Old
Yeah,
Trafford.
I
but
love
it
it.
does
Yeah,
need
loves
it does need renovating. Obviously, I love it, but yeah,
I think Old Trafford's probably the ground I've been to the most.
yeah.
Away ground, yeah. I've been there.
Oh, really? Yeah, I went to the San Siro. That was amazing.
So I've not been to San Siro either. I'd love
That
to
was
go.
incredible. Very, very impressive. Very, very impressive.
I think if I ever like came into a lot of money, I'd love to do that, just tour and go to different stadiums around the world.
Yeah.
Do all the stadiums.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Nou Camp was something else.
Yeah, it was. It
Like
was.
when you was at the top, it felt like the air was thinner up there.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yes.
I, think I'm gonna
I remember
pass
going
out.
in like the club shop and it was like Asda, like it was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
huge, like
yeah.
it was crazy.
Yeah, you're very high up there, though.
Yeah,
You're
On
in
the
the.
Bernabeu.
in the press.
Yeah,
Bernabeu should be
it's unbelievable.
somewhat
I've never
interesting.
seen the Bernabeu.
No, never either.
Sevilla's was
Oh,
nice.
no, I've never been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sevilla's stadium was nice.
Mm.
Frankfurt's was decent, in the middle of a forest.
Oh, is
It's
it?
weird. Yeah, it's weird.
This is
Alright.
dangerous here.
I went to like Orlando Stadium as well, which was like modern. That's pretty cool. It was a good experience.
Okay.
Met MLS.
Oh, MLS. What did you see a game?
Yeah, I was to
Who-
Orlando. I think it was against New York.
What was that like?
It was surreal, like the way the fans work. Like there was just this one like hairy guy at the front facing all the fans, kept pouring water onto his hair, like whipping it back and forth, and then he was like coordinating like the chants. It was mad, and all I remember is like Orlando City, like over and over again. Like
Oh,
it was
right.
just a mad experience. But I'm glad I did it.
Was it?
Everyone's just eating like corn dogs on the side, like it's crazy. Yeah.
Was it segregated?
Yeah, it was segregated. There was only like a handful of New York fans there, which is mad because they're obviously it's like a flight to each state to get
Yes.
to each game.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's quite
The
interesting.
stadium's in like a rough part though, in a rough part of Orlando.
Oh, really?
I remember that. Because obviously when you're on holiday, you used to like the touristy like, side of it,
Yeah.
and you literally have to drive through like it's literally like trailer park. It's crazy, but it's a good experience. But yeah, like I say, the chants and stuff is just completely different. But you always see it on YouTube like American fans reacting to like British chants.
Yeah.
Because it's just really different.
So the poll's been up
You
for a
already?
little while. How many bowls of popcorn will Ty eat?
Did someone say 8?
3 is 22%, 5 is 28%. A lot of people say 8 plus.
8 plus
half,
what?
half the people voted have said 8 plus.
What in
bowls.
this
Eight-
in this
eight,
stream?
jeez.
There's not even 8. There's not even 8 bowls here.
We'll get some more.
Yeah, but not 8.
You ain't had none yet.
I haven't. No.
Are you embarrassed because we mentioned?
Of course, I'm not embarrassed. what have I got to be embarrassed about? No, I'm not embarrassed. I'm just all right at the moment. I don't really need popcorn at the
I
moment.
bet you eat more when England are playing, don't you? Because anxious, nerves, comfort food.
Possibly. Yeah. But what would you? What's the best ground you've played at then?
Played at. I hate to say this, but I have to say Man City.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was just surreal. Like I was a bit of a traitor. I'll be honest. I was at West Brom at that point, and we got promoted that season, and it was in the cup against Man City.
Yeah.
And obviously it's the complex right next to obviously the Etihad, and it was just surreal. Like that, just the whole occasion was just crazy. We shouldn't have been like that.
Felt
high up
crazy,
in
and
the
then
cup
when you
and
were there, you
stuff.
were like, "Is this happening?"
Yeah, it was surreal. So I'd probably say Man City. is the
I
best.
played
Wow.
Hampton Park.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we used to get. My friend's mum was the mayor of Newham.
Is it?
And his dad was as well. They've done 2 separate terms each.
Wow.
He was the mayor of Newham, so they knew like the owners of West Ham at the time, like Terence Brown, quite well.
Yeah.
And they used to do a charity game at the end of the season for our football club that we used to play for.
Yeah.
And they used to give us the ground for free. So I've played a few times there. Scored
Oh,
there a
right.
couple of times.
You scored.
Yeah.
Nice.
What was it like? What was it like then?
Such a prize for?
No, it's just
Scored 2 actually.
It's quite surreal, isn't it? To actually be playing on the ground of the team that you support.
It was crazy.
Do you ever like have that one goal that you scored and you think, oh,
I've got, do you know what, Soph? I kid you not, right? I don't know whether any of my friends are watching. I didn't score any goals but bangers
Yeah.
when I was younger. Yeah, I scored overhead kick from
Really?
from outside the box and
Oh, she's
Pulled
taking
you
it
through
too
it.
wide.
Oh,
Oh, it's a
trying to
shame.
be too clever.
Oh, she should have shot that first
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you scored overhead kick and everything.
yeah, outside the
Okay.
box. Overhead kick.
I did have one moment last season. I remember it. You know the pass that Modric played in Champions League outside of the foot.
Yeah.
Like, the following Sunday we had a game, and
Little
obviously
Trivela.
it's not against world class players, so I'm not saying it's as good as Modric's, but I did get an assist with a pass just like that. And I remember like they were recording the game, and I'm like, have you got it on video? Have you got it on video? Because that pass, I was just so proud of it. That was as good as a goal for me.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
pass. The fact that it was just after Modric had done it as well.
Those are the
That's
best,
just
isn't it? When like the assist
Yeah, that
is
pass
better
is
than the goal.
ridiculous.
A lot of the time, I just so good to see.
See, that's always that's always my words, but that's because I'm not a very good finisher. So I was always like, yeah, I'll play for the assists more so than finishing it. But
Oh, so how many goals have you scored then?
so I play CDM now, so not as many. I think I've probably got about 5 last season. Like not a lot.
That's something. That's
yeah,
something. That's halfway to 10. So for
True.
a CDM,
But-
that's not bad.
Go on,
Like
get to it,
Paulo
get to
said,
it.
I pride myself on the assists.
I'm seeing a struggle with the physicality. I think Switzerland are a lot stronger. on the
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
They're very experienced.
Yeah, the
They're
women
very
are.
experienced.
What has happened here? It's an
Oh, I
injury.
don't know.
Look at abdominal injury, isn't it?
Oh,
Might be winded from that actually.
I don't really see what she's done there herself. She's not the wind out of herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think of Arsenal's transfer business so far?
It's all right. It's all
Yeah.
right. Obviously, you want more, but it's all
You
right.
happy so far?
Yeah, but obviously we want more.
Yeah.
But it's better than nothing. Why?
Yeah.
What do you think of Manchester United?
Um,
Both of you, sorry.
No,
So
there's,
no, go ahead.
there's,
Yeah.
well, we're linked to so many. Well, apparently Eriksen's doing his medical soon.
Okay.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So that's
Oh, a great
Eriksen.
signing.
Obviously Malacia at left
think
back.
that-
I mean, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously Martinez, obviously we're both chasing at the moment.
Yeah,
It'd be
Lisandro
interesting
Martinez,
to see
yeah.
what happens with that.
Yeah.
That will be interesting.
Apparently he said to Ajax that he wants to leave, hasn't he? So we shall see. I'll be honest, I don't know too much about him. I didn't watch loads of Ajax last year, so I'm not going to act like I'm an expert. But from what I'm hearing, he's a very good player.
He's meant to
Yeah.
be good. Well,
Yeah.
so it's
and I think
understood.
we both could do with him, couldn't we? So it would be
Talking about
interesting.
transfers, Paolo. What do you
Yeah,
think
that's
about-
what I was going to ask. Both
What
of
do
you.
you
Both
think
of
about
you.
Ronaldo
Ronaldo, yeah, both of
Ronaldo.
you.
potentially leaving?
Look, I said it like to everyone beginning of the season. I said, if we don't get Champions League football,
He's not going to stay.
he's gonna go.
Really, even though he said before that he's happy to stay.
Look,
If we'd have won our game, you'd have been in the Conference League.
I said that. Look, I remember being
rather
there
not
and I
be
was
in
like,
anything.
I'm gonna watch this Palace game.
Oh, I like the Conference.
We should
League. I
win.
enjoy it.
Yeah. That was a good one for us.
Oh
isn't it?
man, I enjoy anything. Go
Yeah.
forward, I just enjoy it. Conference, I've got Conference League, I've got a trip to Barcelona coming up.
Yeah.
I'm sorted.
Oh, what? So Holland have won then?
I'm confident.
Okay, all right then. Okay, right, okay. Yeah, go on, Paulo. Sorry.
What did you think? Like beginning of the season, like I remember everyone saying it. If Man United, they should get top 4 with the players they have, but if we don't get it, it's
I
probably
remember
gonna
that last game of the season when they were doing the walk around the pitch at the end.
go. Yeah.
And seeing how Ronaldo was like saluting, and I thought he was saying goodbye.
Mm.
And obviously people were quoting him afterwards saying no, he wasn't saying goodbye. He was just like literally like signing off
Yeah.
the season.
Yeah.
But then I had that gut feeling. I remember I was just gutted, thinking he's gone. He's gone.
Yeah.
Like, and I can't blame him because we haven't got Champions League. But I was thinking he's gone.
Mm.
Then obviously the quote came out that he wasn't leaving. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know if it's just wishful thinking on my behalf, but I'm still clinging on to the fact that I hope that he stays, and that it is true that it's something to do with his family and he'll be back and whatever. But if he does leave, I hope he doesn't stay in the Premier League and go somewhere like Chelsea. I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, that would be unbelievable. I can't see that though.
No,
But
Chelsea, no. I
Chelsea
think
making a lot of noise.
yeah, of
aren't
course
they?
they're good. Of course they're gonna make a lot of
Well,
noise.
apparently they're interested in Frankie de Jong as well, though, aren't they?
Frankie de Jong, I think Raheem Sterling, and
Ake. is another
yeah,
one.
They were
okay, yeah.
they were apparently interested in Gabriel Jesus as well. So
Rafinha.
What's your
Yeah.
thoughts on Jesus' signing, actually?
I think he's a good signing.
he's a very good signing for Arsenal.
I think
gonna
it's a
be-
good signing, but I don't think he's like a prominent goal scorer. I think
Well-
he's a good player.
Well,
I don't think he'll
Oh,
be
get rid of
double
it.
figures next year.
No, but that's the
Get
thing.
rid of it.
That's we said that. Yes, we said we
Go on then.
talked about it
Counter,
yesterday,
go on.
and I think that's what he's going to play because
He
look,
played better out wide, didn't he, for City, I think? He was more effective
he
when
did,
played out
but he
wide.
wasn't the main man. So
No.
now he's going to be the main man with us. We like to think he's going to score
Yeah.
To be honest,
a few goals.
last couple of seasons, like, we always said City's only striker is Jesus. But the last couple of seasons, I've seen him more as a player in a false 9 system. Like, he
Yeah.
drops deep, he gets involved in the link-up play, build-up play. I never really saw him the last couple of seasons as a player who is like a Ronaldo, right? Where
So no one
yeah.
is, to be fair.
No, but I mean in terms of like the way you play him. Look, Ronaldo, yes, he will drop deep, but he's not going to drop as deep as, for example, like a Jesus. Jesus drops
Yeah.
deep, he gets involved in everything, in the build-up play, link-up
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
And I think that's why he's going to benefit you, because I think Arsenal in the next couple of seasons, they're going to have that system, that sort of system. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think also the fact that obviously he's won the league and whatnot, that helps your dressing room.
Well, that's what I was saying. He's won a lot, and that's what we need.
Exactly, yeah. A winner.
We do need it. I still think we need more, but I think if Ronaldo does, I would be shocked if he goes to Chelsea. I really
I'll be gutted
shocked
if he leaves anyway.
That would be absolutely.
Could you imagine the hate and everything is going to be crazy?
Well,
I don't think you can hate him, though.
let's hope there's no hate in football.
Yeah,
let's
of
hope
course, yeah.
But there's going to be a lot of animosity,
Yeah.
and that won't be nice, because when things like that happen, I think sometimes players at football clubs, even if they don't support the club, they seem to not realise if they disrespect the club and all that, maybe not intentionally, that trickles down to the fans, and it's very, very sad.
Course,
because they don't, because what the effect now comes onto the terraces, where not necessarily violence, but a lot of animosity,
of course,
which is disappointing.
Switzerland are in again.
It is, yeah.
But I don't see him going to Chelsea. Like you said, Nicky, they're making Chelsea, but Chelsea are going to do that, aren't they? They're making a lot of noise, but I can't see Ronaldo going to Chelsea. I really can't.
The thing I would say about Ronaldo is he can go anywhere, because
can he go to Liverpool?
he pays for himself.
Yeah, but can he go to Liverpool though? Oh, you mean go anywhere as in the club?
Go on.
Oh,
Just keep going.
Silver.
no options.
No, there's no one with
And
her.
look, and see, look at
Really
look at what
poor
Switzerland have done. Switzerland have got all around them.
They're
That's what I mean. This is the experience. Yeah, would you? Yeah, so what do you
go
mean?
anywhere because he pays for himself.
He can, but I mean, he wouldn't. Can you see him go to Liverpool? It's
No,
like
I
that.
see him.
Do you mean would he fit
Yeah.
in the Liverpool team, or do you mean would he go to Liverpool?
Yeah, would he go to Liverpool? I can't see him doing that.
But let's not forget he was going to
Going
Man
City.
City.
Yes, he was. Yes, yeah, allegedly,
No, so-
allegedly. But then would he really do that though?
Read this from Harry Kane.
The Tottenham fan.
No, he's a mod on here, so he must be all right. Is he a mod? Yeah.
Oh,
Shivan Ronaldo is selfish. I think he's talking to someone in the chat.
Yeah.
Ronaldo is selfish. He doesn't care about the team. He only cares about breaking records because he doesn't
Yeah.
want Europa. That's
Yeah.
incredibly selfish. He ruined players from Maguire, Shaw, Bruno.
Well-
Harry Kane here, he's blaming him for the demise of a
no.
lot
But
of
if it
players.
was,
Nah, that's-
if it
that's-
wasn't
I
for
think
his
that's wrong.
goals, though,
Exactly. Where would
where
Manchester
would
United be?
Yeah.
Just
And I
like where, just like
There
where.
was a stat. Fifth from bottom.
Exactly.
Really?
So I think, and also there's an element of it as well that we have to think of. He's unhappy with the fact that we thought Ten Hag coming in, we'd get, like transfer window, we'd hit the
Yeah.
we'd hit the ball
Yeah.
straight away. We'd already have a list of signings done. We'd signed
Yeah.
some top players, and
Yeah.
that just hasn't happened. So he's obviously shown frustrating on that. And
Yeah.
the fans sympathise with that because we
Yeah.
feel exactly the same and we understand it.
Well,
Is there an element of him just trying to force their hand? Like, you
How many
know,
times throughout the season have we seen people say, play without Ronaldo, we'll play better?
yeah,
Played
I've
without
heard that.
him
Yeah,
in the FA Cup. We played without him against City. We got battered.
yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
imagine if he did go to Man City, Ronaldo. How
That
many
would
goals he would have
be-
scored?
he would have
would-
scored.
yeah.
He scored 24 goals in
Yeah.
a poor Man United team.
But then,
24
40
goals.
plus, probably.
yeah, but I just can't see that. He might, but I just can't see him
He
going
was
to Man City or
going.
Liverpool. Yeah, but that's rumours. Would it? Yeah, no,
I think he
I
triggered
can't
it.
see Ronaldo doing that.
I think that triggered the Man United move.
But would he have done
Which
that though?
hurts me to think of it, yeah.
But that would have been absolute
Maybe we
meltdown in
need
football
Fergie
terms.
to phone him again. But
But that would have been meltdown in football terms though, because I can't imagine him at Manchester
Seeing
City.
him in a blue shirt would just kill me.
Well, the thing is, I remember seeing before and they said
would've
Man
been
United didn't
crazy.
want him at first. They said they don't want to get him.
It
And
was
then-
never in our plans.
Yeah, it was never on our plans, and they were
Well,
reports
yeah,
that
when he,
come
when
out.
he,
They
yeah,
didn't want him.
So
And
that's
then-
what.
Yeah, and
well,
then
to me that's smart.
yeah,
To me that's smart.
yeah.
You know, even if you don't want him, get him before he goes to
Ronaldo.
Man City.
No,
Can you imagine? Can you imagine him?
But it's a mess at United.
Yes.
Absolute mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
They're trying to sweep it up and clean it up.
they.
But I think it's a big job. And maybe with the few years left he has in his playing career, really, he's probably thinking, you know, am I
I
going
saw,
here for the long term to see the fruits of my labour, sort of thing.
I saw a tweet the other day. I think Sport Bible or someone put a post on Instagram, and it was saying Cristiano Ronaldo's unhappy with like the pay cut they've taken because they're not getting Champions League, and Harry Maguire liked it,
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
that.
I
and
saw
everyone
that,
was
yeah.
kicking off a bit. What's your thoughts on Harry Maguire's situation? Because it's obviously him and
Fascinating.
Ronaldo don't see eye to eye. I think that's pretty.
Fascinating, but then
He doesn't see it. I mean, Maguire's a captain.
he is.
Captain.
Should he be?
It's a good question. I think you know more than
it's
us.
not for me
Paulo,
to say.
Sophie.
I don't know
Exactly.
the club well enough.
Can I just say something?
Nor do I.
There are players in this team that I don't rate, right? I don't think they're good enough, right? It's just my opinion. Maguire's one of them, especially in the Ten Hag system. where you need quick centre backs. You're going to play a high line. Maguire's not that player. Wan-Bissaka's another player. I thought he was overrated the season before under Ollie. There are a couple players here that I think are not good enough. And then it's funny because beginning of the season we said we only need a defensive midfielder. Throughout the season we said, okay, now we need a right back. Luke Shaw fell off, now we need a left back. And then they say Rashford's poor, we need a right winger. Do you know what I mean? Now, it doesn't mean we need all of them.
Dismissing these players.
Yeah, of course not.
They cost a lot of money.
Of course not, but I would say...
Wan-Bissaka was a £50 million player.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
Palace.
yeah, well, he's not good enough. Go back to Palace.
Yeah. It's the thing is, it's not even just that. Like some of these players, like you could probably put Maguire in one of these teams in the top 10 in the Premier League, and he might do well, but he's not going to suit the 10-back system. Yeah, he'll do well.
He'll do fantastic
yeah.
for us. In fact,
What do you think?
we've signed a centre back now, and we've got 5, so we wouldn't be about to say. But I was saying at the end of last season, seeing the mess he was in at United, Moisey would turn him into Franz Beckenbauer again.
Right.
I think you see
Really?
in the Euros, that form that he showed in the Euros.
He
Luke
played
Shaw's
really. I
in
thought he
form.
played really well.
He was outstanding, and I think you don't turn a bad player overnight. Obviously,
No.
that happened in Greece and stuff, which I don't think helped the situation.
No.
Of course.
The whole United, as you've already mentioned, is a mess anyway. He's captain, so obviously a lot of that falls onto him. I still think as a player in Harry Maguire, I do, and I know a lot of United fans don't see that, have that faith, but I do because I think I look at the form for England, how good he's been playing, with a good manager who can put his arm around him, a clean slate, a fresh start. Maybe it is a case of the armband was a bit too much pressure for him. I don't know, but for whatever reason, like he was atrocious last season, as was Rashford, as you've already touched on there. But with a new manager, it gives them a second chance, doesn't it?
I think it wasn't just our defenders. Like I would say, the midfield also caused that.
I mean, not many people spoke about the fact that Varane was hardly playing last season.
Yeah, exactly. Like he had 3 injuries.
He was constantly injured a lot, so
yeah, he was injured 3 times the whole season.
I just feel like because of his price tag, because he's English, because he was captain, a
Yeah.
lot of it did fall on Maguire, and I did feel for him a bit. And I'm not defending it because I did think he was poor, but I do think that people went over the top in terms of the criticism.
No, of course we can't just dismiss how poor Fred and McTominay were, how poor the wingers were at tracking back. And I mean, how many times? I think it was a Chelsea game where Alonso scored that volley, where do you remember that goal? And everyone was saying Dalot. Rashford was non-existent. He wasn't even there, in that situation. And I thought a lot of times throughout the season, Rashford and sometimes Sancho would not get in positions to help out their fullbacks. Yeah. And
I guess we can't write these players off until we've seen them under this new manager.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? I think we're too easy to judge on last season where we can't. Last season was a write-off, and we just need to move on from that.
There'll be players that have a resurrection, and there'll be players that
just not
in the
resurrection.
team.
Yeah.
Suit him.
Yeah.
You'll probably find one of the, I wouldn't say a fan's favourite, but like someone who's played in the first team a lot, someone like Fred, say for instance, he just says, no, not for me. Yeah. Or someone, someone like a Maguire. Right. Like a Luke Shaw, and you just no. It's
like the whole midfield situation. We haven't signed. Obviously, Eriksen, you mentioned, could be coming in. Donny's come back, who you'd say is like another new signing.
Oh, Van der Beek.
Like how that midfield's going to work next season, I have no clue. Because we've still got Fred and McTominay there as well. If Frankie de Jong comes in,
But I think that's wrong though. I think if he did do that, I think Harry Maguire's out of order. And it's interesting if it was the other way.
He's out of order,
But if it was other, if Ronaldo had done that, I'm sure there would be more said about it.
I agree. I'm not defending that.
That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous.
It's unprofessional, isn't it?
It is unprofessional. That's ridiculous. And I think he's only got away with it because he's Harry Maguire.
Yeah. I don't know if I haven't read anything afterwards. I don't know if he accidentally did it, but I don't think he did. I think it was a malicious that he did.
But that's not me because he hasn't come out and said it wasn't me.
No.
So I think that's really wrong.
Undermined.
What's that?
It's when you're the captain of a side. And this guy's come in with obviously so much influence over not just the United change room, but the world. He's probably the world's best footballer.
Yeah.
Over the past 15 years, him and Messi were the 2 best in the world.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you're getting Harry Maguire telling Cristiano Ronaldo what to do, and egos, they clash.
They do clash.
Of course.
Yeah, fair enough, but then.
Because he's been the man, hasn't he? He's been the Madrid captain, and
he has. But then you should. But then if you
was he or was Ramos?
Oh, it was Ramos. I think Ronaldo captain.
I think
it was mainly Ramos.
Ronaldo comes sometime. But then
Portugal captain.
Yeah, but on the outside looking in, Paulo and Sophie would know more than me. I'll be thinking, you want a player like that.
Of course
in
you
your
do,
team,
yeah.
don't you?
Of course.
Especially
But
when our standards were on the floor, it
People
felt like he was the only one who was
react in
trying to.
different ways.
They do, but
And it's the way. It's probably the way he's being approached. You know, as I said, egos clash. You know, if
egos clash, but then can't egos work for the good of the team?
sometimes no.
It should be like that, right? It should be like that. You expect everyone to just get on with it, right? But we saw it like many times, and it was mentioned throughout the season.
Yeah, I know. And it was denied as well.
Yeah, it was
wasn't
denied, but
which
like,
was quite interesting.
yeah, like you can see it. Like you can see the communication between certain players are not there in comparison to others. You saw players like Ronaldo and Bruno, you know, debating and almost like arguing, but you saw that there was that connection there. Whereas I didn't see that from Ronaldo and Maguire at all last season.
Yeah. It's almost like you're playing like for the school football team, and all the other players don't really like football. You've just kind of asked them to sign up because you want to make a team.
Yeah, it's just like childish.
You're there scoring all the goals in Ronaldo, and then you're looking at the mistakes around you constantly.
Yeah,
It must get draining for him as well. I think where he knows where the standard should be.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true.
On both sides, I think it's
And two different spells at the club. Can you imagine the standards when
exactly
he was
the
first there
difference.
to
The
different?
finishes,
Yeah. And I saw people saying stuff like as well, like, so if he loves the club, how was he not aware that Man United were in this position? I'm thinking, like, he played under a team that, like, you can't even compare. Like, it's not even comparable. You know what I mean?
No, you can't.
Yeah,
you can't. And it's the same with us as well.
Yeah, and he probably thought they finished second the season before. There's something there. There's talent there. We signed Sancho Varane in his head. He thought.
Promised like a project as well.
Yeah, exactly. So.
We have got a super chat. Eid Mubarak, Ty.
Yes, thank you, Eid Mubarak. Happy Eid Mubarak
That
to you
was
as well.
from Joe Abdi, by the way.
Yeah, that's what it is today. So happy Eid Mubarak to all Muslims. Oh, is that it? I thought it was more.
No, that was it, mate. That was it. that was literally it.
All right.
Switzerland are dominating this game. It's 50-50 in terms of possession. Well, it's 51% actually to Portugal. But Portugal haven't had a shot on goal yet.
Yeah,
No.
it's a bit messy. Look at the physicality is.
But that's what I mean, experience.
I do think it has been better from Portugal though. I think
It has been a bit
every
better,
time
yeah.
Switzerland were attacking a lot, they could have scored. But I
They've
think
had
it's
a-
kind of mellowed out, hasn't it?
They've had a
got few
nightmare
set
start, haven't they?
pieces, So I think this is where they're going to have. This is the first set piece that anyone's had actually.
No, second. Remember, Switzerland scored with their
It's an
first set piece.
interesting warm up.
I don't know
It is,
what's
it
going
is.
on there.
Wow. Wow. I wish I could do that.
Cross in.
Oh, that was a good delivery.
It's another
but-
chance.
Good delivery.
Yeah,
Met on the
the
volley,
volley.
but no connection there. They're
Mr.
hard
Captain.
ones though. Them.
Yeah, it's a hard one to get in.
Interesting technique that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just sliced
Put
it,
a
you know.
laces through it, yeah.
Liverpool FC 1012 says we love you, Sophie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Man United fan 1999. What channel is this even on? Can't find it anywhere. It's on the BBC iPlayer if you want to have a look on there. Sobit Yadav, says Sophie's too rational to be a Man United fan.
What's too rational?
Try
Shimon
and say
says
level-headed.
King Ty looks different without red.
I don't know about King. But very kind, very kind.
That's good.
No, but that's good though. Rational. But I suppose fans are not always called rational, are they? I suppose it's always difficult
You know
to
what, like,
rationalise your team, isn't it?
I said this on my channel quite a lot, but last season I've never felt so distant from my team.
Really?
Through thick and thin, I mean, I backed Ollie till the very end and whatnot, and I got a lot of stick for it. But that's just how I am. Like I'll back the manager, and regardless.
Sophie, don't worry about that. I got a lot.
Last season, and it was more the attitude that I saw on the pitch, the lack of effort that we saw.
Yeah.
You can take losing, obviously it's gutting, but it's the way that we lost. And that was what hurt last season for me, and obviously with the whole Ralph and whatnot, that Ralph coming in and we thought we had a plan and then Ralph's gone, and it's just, I've never felt so distant from my club, and I think having this break, this has been refreshing, having the Women's Euros on, because it kind of takes your mind off that side of things. Just like you said earlier, pre-season's a bit of a respite, isn't it? Because last season was draining as a United fan, definitely.
And I'm not even gonna lie,
and for us as well.
I remember more the first half of the season than I do the second half, which is weird because it's obviously like a couple months ago. But it just shows how like there was some games where I was zoning out because I couldn't believe what I was watching. You know what I mean?
This is the true story. At one point, United were playing, and I'm pretty sure at the same time West Ham were playing somebody.
Yeah.
And United game was on the TV, and I had the West Ham game on my phone. I can't remember who they were playing, and I remember I think my dad might have been in the house or someone, and he was like, "I've never witnessed you looking at another game more than a United game." But I kept zoning out because we were just so dry to watch.
Yeah.
And it's just painful.
Well,
Oh,
It got to the point I'd rather watch Burnley play last season, and I'd never
really?
thought I'd say that.
Swear,
Yeah.
like,
oh wow.
I can't remember, what was it, the Brentford game where we, like, it was such a dominating win when Mata played, Ronaldo played, Matic played, and I was like, where has his team been all season? You know what I mean? And then we get battered by Brighton.
Mata was such a like that's the only one who left who I felt emotional about, because I just felt like we misused him the whole time at United.
Yeah, I mean,
and what a player he is.
What about Juan Mata?
Mata.
He left, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're talking
That's
about.
what I meant,
Yeah.
yeah. Mata.
Matic for some
Should throw a
reason.
popcorn at you.
Matic is the thing
Matic
is
is a good player, to be fair. Matic is a good player.
the thing is, Sophie, how terrible you are, eh? How dare you back your manager? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you back your manager? No, you should slag him off. You should disrespect him. You should insult him. How dare you?
Diallo sent a super chat in. This is quite an interesting question. Nicky, can you ask Sophie why so many ACL injuries in women's football?
Very
Also,
good question.
Tyson Fall
question.
today, enjoying the stream, and Eid Mubarak, everyone.
It's a
Eid
good
Mubarak,
question.
thank you, Eid Mubarak
I think,
to you. Happy Eid Mubarak.
obviously, I think physically women are different to men. I think that's factual. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. Obviously, I'm not a physiotherapist and I can't comment too much on it. But also, do you think it's the standard of the pitches that you're playing on at
Could be.
women's level? Because
Yes, I think, yeah.
I
Because
remember when we started having the 4G pitches for training and stuff when it first came about, and a lot of people were getting rolling their ankle and doing their knees and stuff as
Yeah.
well. So it could be to do with that as well, because obviously the standard of the pitches and stuff is not as good as the men.
no,
In general, anyway, it's not.
no, and that's very disappointing as well. And also,
Have you ever
when-
had a bad injury, Sophie?
I did my ankle a few seasons ago, and I just
gosh.
came from rolling it. I did all of my ligaments in my ankle, and I was out for a while. That touch wood, that's the worst injury I've had.
yeah,
It's just old age, really now.
I had some bad ones when I was younger. Bad.
really.
Yeah, I broke everything.
Everything.
Everything
gosh.
from my waist down was broken. I had a jet ski accident.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where was you?
I was in Jamaica, my friend.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a jet ski accident where someone actually crashed into me with a jet ski.
That was
That
was a
should have been
brave one,
foul,
'cause
but the referee
Portugal are
had
pushing a lot higher up the pitch now.
Yeah,
They are, they are.
pressing a bit more.
Probably half time not coming at the right time for Portugal.
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
I think they've been a little bit better in the
I
last.
tell you what, if they could sneak one just before half time, though, that would make it.
Yeah, it'd be
That would make it very
interesting.
interesting.
And a friend of mine drove into me on a jet ski, and I
Oh,
broke
gosh.
every bone, lower half of my body.
Wow.
What?
Broke everything, and ripped every ligament in the knees, and
So you're just like Evil Knievel then.
I
Remember?
was
How
like
long-
Stretch Armstrong.
Stretcher.
How long did it take you to recover
6
from
months.
that? Wow.
I was in
6
hospital for
months.
6 months, yeah.
Wow.
In and out.
Wow.
That's terrible. Well, it's amazing that you've recovered from it and
Lucky.
Yeah, absolutely.
living a normal
Lucky,
life.
yeah,
That's
lucky.
crazy.
So where do you train then, Sophie?
Where do we
54%
train?
people
We
think you're going to eat
train
8 plus bowls of popcorn, by the way. Go on, so sorry.
We train Kidderminster Harriers. It's called Coast, the Centre of Excellence.
Oh, right, okay. And where do you play?
What
Where's your home
position
ground?
or home pitch?
Yeah, you said your CDM.
Yeah,
yeah.
so our home pitch is at the same place, but it's like around the back. There's like a little stand and stuff. But also, like, we do get a few games at Agborough.
Agbury, that's right.
yeah.
Kidderminster's ground, yeah.
We do get a few games there, which is good. And I
went
think
there
next
this
season. Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. I
Oh,
went
when
after
you
the
won
winning-
in injury time, isn't it?
Lucky.
Oh, yeah.
We were very lucky.
That was
What was
crazy
that
game,
like?
that.
Because you was going into injury time and you were down, weren't you? And then
Yeah,
Declan,
we was going out.
and Declan Rice scored and you all jumped on
It's a
the
good
pitch,
goal,
isn't it?
actually, from Rice, to be
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
I can't imagine what would have happened if you had lost her.
Probably nothing. We'd have been, oh well, not again. And then that would have been it.
They had a good run, to be fair, last season, Kiddie, in the Cup.
Mm.
But yeah, like, we got a new manager and stuff going into the new season. I
Oh,
know
right.
that they want to, I mentioned earlier about the men and the women's teams like joining forces, and I know that they're really keen to get the women on board with the men, which is great.
Right.
So hopefully we get more chances to play at Agborough as well. It'd be nice.
So what's the crowd like then that come and watch you on a week to week basis?
A week to week,
Mm.
not great, to be fair. Ranges depends on who we're playing. I mean, we played against the likes of Wolves and whatnot, and you get like more, probably say a few hundred, but
Yeah.
on average, less than 100 definitely.
Right.
But it's hard, like I mentioned, I don't know, do you know the Barmy Army, like the United ladies fans? And
Yeah,
whatnot?
yeah.
Obviously, like Natalie and a few of them are my friends. And if
Okay.
United aren't playing, they'll come and watch.
Oh, right,
They'll come
okay.
and watch us, but like I've already mentioned, it clashes when the Super League's on. It's
Yes,
at the same time
yes,
as we're playing,
yes.
so
Yes.
it does affect the grassroots support, really.
Yeah.
Ferguson era says, no, Sophie, you're wrong. ACL can happen to any person, no matter what you're doing, running, jogging, or even walking. So the pitch isn't a big factor.
No.
I think you'll find it is.
No, she isn't wrong.
No, she isn't wrong at all.
But
isn't it more to do with like the impact though on that kind of ground?
It's
on
the
that
twisting.
surface?
It's the
but on that surface, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
there's
saying.
more
If you've
grip
got
in
an uneven surface and your foot's there and your legs going that way, and you know, it's a massive factor.
Who's that super chat from?
Ferguson era.
I'm sorry, Ferguson era. Just say you don't agree, but you can't say that she's wrong. She's an actual
I
player.
did say I'm not a physiotherapist.
Exactly, but she's an actual player. She's playing, and I doubt if he or she probably has. So you can't say she's wrong. Say you don't agree, but just say you don't agree. Don't say that she's wrong. Just say you don't agree.
It can happen. Of course, it can happen to anyone. But when you've got uneven surfaces and you're running around doing sports, Switzerland are through here again. She's played him through.
You know, so.
Oh,
she didn't pass it.
I think wasn't the question though, why do women get so many
More
ACLs? But I don't know if they do get more. I don't know what the stats are.
Yeah, actually.
I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know. Exactly, it's good.
Do you want to study behind it?
Yeah.
They found that 4G pitches, the injury rate is 45% higher on 4G than it is on
Okay.
grass.
Is it
that's
something to do with the
interesting.
grip on the rubber crumb? Like you said, when you're twisting and stuff,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that it makes it more...
Well, when I done mine, my impact was on when I done this one, my ACL in this one.
Gosh.
The impact of the jet ski was there. It was on this leg.
What's the angle of that one?
That one, because I twisted as I got hit. So it's definitely the twisting. It's the twisting.
Well, it happens a lot.
Because it does this, doesn't it?
Mm.
It's like a cross. So when you twist and you weaken it, it goes straight and it goes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a footballer, that's one of the worst
That's
injuries.
what they use medically now, that demonstration. Twist.
Oh, right.
He believes me.
It happens a lot in like MMA and stuff, like a lot of ACL
Oh, I'm not
injuries.
surprised about that though.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
But that's quite rough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Monhan has donated 35,000 IDR. I don't know what IDR is. Thai, Indonesian currency.
Oh, right.
Thai, I love you from Indonesia. Come to Bali, mate.
Love you too. Oh, thank you. What you
Bali.
Are you gonna pay for my flight? You're gonna put me up? Then that's fine.
Ooh,
Good
that's
feet.
good skill.
Good feet. Oh.
Not a lot of space, is there?
No. I'm seeing a lot of like individual skill.
There's not enough options in the box. Like when
No.
she's done that there, she needs somewhere she could put it into.
Yeah.
And there's just no one there.
And this
We
one
are.
said about the experience.
Yeah.
It's about half time. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah,
It
it's
is half time. It's just blown the whistle. 2-0, two very early goals from the Swiss team.
Yeah.
Not a lot of quality after that. There has been individual moments from both sides.
Yeah.
There has.
Paulo, is Switzerland deserved?
Yeah, I think we've pushed on a bit after the 10th minute. I mean, I think the physicality of Switzerland has been a struggle for Portugal. But I think that what I'm seeing from Portugal is a bit more individual
I'm just seeing a
brilliance, but not much out of it.
From what I'm looking at, just walking off as well, they're just physically intimidating. They're
Yeah,
a big side,
they look
aren't
a lot
they?
bigger and they look like they're more. The physicality is a struggle, but I think that one goal. I don't know. I don't even know what to expect because I think like this first half has just shown that anything can happen in the space of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So.
I think fitness will be a big part of the second half now. You mentioned earlier that Switzerland seems stronger and quicker. The more this game goes on, you'd feel that Portugal are probably going to tire. So I think they need a fast start to this second half, really, to get back into it. But I think the first half, Switzerland got off to a flying start, but then after that, really, I think it was more of a battle. Like you saw, there was only one corner. Like it was kind of all in the middle of the pitch. It was very scrappy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's
like,
very scrappy, very scrappy game. Even the opening goal, if you look at this
There's no clear-cut chances, really.
Yeah, like everyone's everywhere, and that's a fantastic.
28 yards.
28 yards.
Wow.
I mean, to take it like that, any strike from 28 yards is impressive, but that's like an arrow, that one.
It is like an arrow.
And that's half a
curl and
chance,
the
really.
swerve.
I mean, it's not.
I think Portugal could have caved in when it went to two shortly
They could
after
have,
as well.
yeah.
This could have, like I was fearing the worst. I'll be honest. I was thinking this could be.
Yeah.
The scores we were discussing like before the game started, like some of the crazy scores. But they've stayed in the game. They've battled. I think that an early goal in the second half is what they really.
That was
need.
a brilliant
It was a great
delivery.
cross, wasn't it? That
Great delivery.
Yeah, fantastic, and a great finish, a great header as
it was
well.
a good header.
But she's a unit, that girl, isn't she?
Yeah. I mean,
She's
3-on-1. I mean.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. 3 at the back post on 1.
Right, it is half time. Wheel of Fortune. 1 spin each chance to play golf, darts, answer a quiz
Or trivia. I want
or
trivia.
swap your
I want
sweepstake.
trivia.
I don't want anyone to be able to swap their sweepstake.
Well, you don't want to
team.
swap. I don't want
No,
to swap
no,
as well,
definitely
so
don't
that's
wanna
fine.
swap.
We're all right then, isn't it?
1 dart for the bullseye for £50. 3 out of 3 golf.
One question right now.
£50.
It was
One
free.
question
It was free
£50.
yesterday. That's fine.
And swap your
Oh,
team
free.
with any other team.
Yeah. Who's going to do that?
Who's going to go first? Sophie, go on. Ladies first.
Ladies first. I don't think me or Nicky are going to be swapping any of our teams. That's for sure.
Well, you might not have a choice.
What do you mean?
Well, if she spins it, she wants to swap.
No, but she hasn't got a
She
team.
wants to swap with me, then
No,
she swap it with
But
me.
she doesn't have a team.
What, so I could swap with...
No, you don't have
Is
a
that
team.
right?
No, only if you have a
I got
team.
that right? No.
It's only if you have a team.
Oh, okay.
Ty's just
You
scared
can't
of
swap,
losing
so
to
sorry.
her.
I completely
You're damn
wrong.
right I am. And it's sweepstake.
Sweepstake swap.
Thank God there's no...
have to spin it again.
You have to spin it again. Thank God she doesn't have a team. No disrespect, Sophie, obviously.
Well, the thing is, somebody's going to get that, aren't they?
Darts. No.
So you got to go for the ball.
Hopefully not gonna get mine.
£50.
50
Does
quid, there
someone
they
else
are.
spin or do they do the darts first?
Should we wait first, or...?
All right, okay. I'll go then.
Yeah, go on, Twy.
I
I
can't
want
believe Ty. you've
I
got all
want
the-
trivia.
Ty
I
made the
want
rules
trivia.
up.
I want trivia.
I didn't want trivia.
Sweepstake.
Sweepstake
I'll spin
swap.
again because I don't want to change my. I want trivia. I want trivia. Oh, darts.
2 darts. Paulo?
Great. Yep. Cool. It's lucky you don't have a team, Sophie. My gosh.
No, you-
That's what Cam
I
tried to
would
do
have been
yesterday.
taking...
You know, he
Yeah.
spun about 8 times.
Trivia.
Trivia. Oh, I want trivia. Go on, Nick. It's yours. Your turn.
Oh, my turn. Okay. I'll get a go, do I? Okay.
Of course.
Get up. Darts.
Darts as well. God.
3 darts. I'll spin
No,
again.
he got trivia. He got trivia.
Yeah, trivia.
I've got trivia.
Okay, yeah, okay. So have we got a question?
The darts are
Right.
there. Oh, it's the first time I've got trivia. I'm gutted.
Paulo. Confident?
I feel like they need the lights to like...
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the music.
You confident?
Not really.
There's no 50-50, there's no phone a friend. You have to answer this question.
I think I know this.
Paulo, in which
2019.
coun-
Sorry,
I
sorry,
haven't
go on.
asked the
Sorry,
question
sorry,
yet, Paulo.
sorry.
What are you
Sorry,
looking
sorry.
at over there?
Sorry.
In which country will the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup take place?
I think I know. But it's just a guess.
30 seconds. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, why did I get trivia? If I'm right. If I'm not right, then forget it.
God.
Any ideas?
That means you have to take
Not
it to
really.
Barcelona if you win then.
No.
No, right now it's just a pure guess.
As
Yeah,
a guess, Emma.
That's all
That's
right.
fair, that's fair.
Okay.
Do you two know?
I think I heard it. Is it India?
Didn't even give my guess.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
I was just like,
Yeah, I was about to say that one as well. So.
You gotta give him that name. There's
we
one.
do strike one. I didn't know. So it is. It's all right.
Blame Nicky.
It's all right, Paulo. We share the 50 quid. It is India.
I asked you, do you know?
I wasn't.
And
I
you
was like,
answered. I
it's-
wanted you
it's
to
not
say
right.
yes or no.
No,
Oh.
is it India?
It is. I think it. Oh, it's not. Okay, sorry.
So
I was gonna
All right. Okay. Oh, Paulo. Yeah, Paulo. Okay.
say
I'll have another guess then. If it's not India.
I was gonna say somewhere like Sweden or something.
Sweden.
Yeah.
Is it Sweden? It's France. I was going to say France.
You're
See,
gonna
I
say
didn't even
France.
answer
It's
this.
like-
France in
Why
my
didn't
mind.
answer the second time? I didn't know anyway.
I was gonna say France.
No, I was going to say France. I was going to say France. Is it France?
Okay.
Okay. Who's going to go first with the darts? Sophie, it's only.
Can
fair
we?
you
Can I?
two
Can I
first.
swap mine for trivia? Darts.
So what is it? Is a high score? Got to get the bullseye.
Bullseye for 50.
Is
Bullseye
there
for
anything
50.
valuable around
Kane,
it
can I
that
swap
could break?
for a trivia question?
A what?
Is there anything around it that could break? 'Cause I'm not very good at
No,
darts.
you're all right.
so
It's all
I'm with
concrete wall.
What? What a trivia question instead?
it. Where
Good
am I
luck.
standing? Where am it? Standing here?
I'm new here, so.
Is Sophie in the right place?
Can I get close?
Are we good? Ooh, that was close.
Ooh.
I know I've got a 3 on the board. I'll take that. I'm happy with that.
Decent. Right?
Well done. Oh, gosh, I want trivia. The funny thing is, Sophie, Cam wants to be in your position because he kept on spinning and spinning and spinning yesterday.
Who
and
did?
got nothing. Yeah?
Who did?
Cam, because he wanted to get, because he's got, I don't know who he's got. He's got, I don't know what team he's got, but he wanted to get my team, and he couldn't, fortunately.
I've just said you've got to take me to Barcelona now because I could have stole his team if they win.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
And yours.
And mine, yeah.
Is that
exactly.
enough? All right.
I probably would have gone Netherlands to be fair.
That's the oddest dart stance I've ever seen.
It's like he's bowling.
What is going on?
I'd like to see you get a bullseye, Nick.
Sorry, I can't mock you. I'm lucky I got on the board. So.
Nah, that's unlucky.
Right.
It was close.
Thank you, Paulo. Go on, Nick. Show us how it's not done. Just joking.
1994 Beacon Tree Pub darts champion, I'll have you know.
Oh yeah. And look, is he standing? Is he standing
Am I
in the right
standing
place?
in the right place? Yeah.
Oh, but he's standing closer than me. Ooh. Oh well. I don't think much of that. No, no, I'm only joking.
It was in the same place.
No, I'm only joking.
No.
Are you really? Was you really darts champion?
No, I've never been a darts champion.
That was quite good. France.
No one wins.
No.
No one really wins. Never mind. We'll get another chance though later. And Ty actually.
Sure.
Oh, Sophie, are you on another
Next
stream?
game.
I am, yeah.
Oh, that's all right then. That's cool then. I want trivia. I don't want darts.
You
I
want
want
a
trivia.
trivia question?
Yes,
Are
please.
you confident on women's football?
I am confident.
Okay. Which two countries have hosted the Women's World Cup multiple times?
Ooh. Gosh. I was confident. Let's have a think about that. The Women's World Cup.
Multiple times.
That's what I'm, yeah.
USA?
That's one of them.
Yeah, I thought so. Oh. I'm thinking.
France?
Why are you looking like that?
I would say the USA,
USA.
I was thinking Netherlands.
Germany.
Oh, that's a good.
Is it the Netherlands?
Not Europe.
Not
Korea.
Close. China.
Oh.
close.
I'll take that though. I'll take that though. Wow. I'll take that. Thank you, Kane. Thank you. There's Vivian, the legend. This woman's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
India was the under-20 World Cup, he believes. Someone.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The question was under 19.
In October.
Paulo, how do Portugal get back into this game? What's got to be done? Is there any changes to be made? Is there any tactics to be changed? Does he need to play more for set pieces? I don't think he's going to get much out of set pieces to see the size of the Swiss girls, but yeah.
I think at this point, I mean, we saw that first goal from Switzerland. I think moments like that where the ball is it's nowhere near any player. Those little tiny bits, those little moments there, you need to take advantage of them. And just like she did for the first goal, take a shot. If it's outside the box, just take a shot and it might go in. It's as simple as that. And I think we need to play more as a team. I'm seeing a lot of individual skill, a lot of nutmegs in this game. I've seen like 4 or 5 nutmegs in this game. But, do you know what I mean? But I'm not seeing much of...
team effort.
Yeah, team effort. The chemistry seems to be not there. This could be simply because, look, they didn't expect to be there.
No.
I'm intrigued to see the fitness of these players. But I want to see some of the older players step up as well, like Dolores Silva, the captain. She's 31 years old. She's been playing for a very long time for the Portuguese national team. I want to see some of these players step up. And I've seen some good physicality from some of these players in World Cup qualifiers and in friendlies. So I want to see it step up, and I'm sure we can get a goal back and see what happens from there.
Hold on a minute. My Netherlands won the last tournament.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
You know they're the holders. Well, we said at the
I
start.
knew that.
We said at the start they're the holders.
You're excited now, aren't it?
I'm going to go out. But listen, trip to the Netherlands. I'm going to get a Netherlands top. I'm going to get a trip to Barcelona.
Yeah.
If they win it.
If they win it, I'm confident now.
Yeah.
Well, over England.
Yeah.
Who got England in the sweepstake?
Belgium. Funny enough.
Can
you imagine?
In the sweepstakes, Belgium.
Yeah, no, that's his nickname, Belgium.
What?
That's his nickname, Belgium.
Who? Belgium.
Yes.
Obviously. Belgium.
Yeah. That's his
They've got
nickname.
England in the
So that was
Swiss,
so
Belgium. That sentence really confused
It's
me.
absolutely brilliant, isn't it?
It would have
Belgium
confused me if I didn't know there was someone.
There was someone called
Belgium.
Belgium.
Yeah.
Guess where it's from?
France.
Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's from Ghana.
Makes sense.
But Belgium is
Perfect sense.
Belgium is his nickname anyway. That Robbie, that the Don gave to him.
So, are you still confident that Portugal are going to win this game?
I wouldn't say confident. I think they've got a big task. It all depends how they
Netherlands,
start
we spayed them.
this second half
Oh.
now. I do fear, in terms of fitness, that there'll be more gaps though, and Switzerland have the quality to punish them. So, yeah.
Ty?
Yeah, well, listen, I'd like Portugal to get something for obviously for Paulo and all that, but I can't see Switzerland changing the way they're going to play. You know, and what they'll try and do now is they'll probably say, well, I shouldn't say probably, I think their manager will say, listen, we have the game won, we don't have to do anything silly. So whatever you do, just don't concede. If there's a chance to get Portugal in the break, do it, but make sure you don't concede. So I could just see Switzerland retreating into their shell and try and win it 2-0. That's what could see happening.
I'll be honest, from what I've seen in the first half, I think it's been women versus girls.
Very good.
What do you mean?
No, because you could have really said men against boys, but I know what you mean.
I mean, the same, but the women...
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean. No,
we're watching the Women's World Cup.
Yeah, I know that.
No, we're not. We're watching the Women's European.
Well, let me explain.
I'll just be quiet.
No, but wait. No.
I know
Listen,
what you mean. I know what you mean. The saying is obviously men versus
because
boys.
even I'm sure Sophie will say, in football, you say man on, don't you? Do you see what I mean? So, yeah, okay. So you're saying that Switzerland have been head and shoulders above Portugal then?
Absolutely.
I think Portugal have got like 2 or 3 players who stand out, but other than that, Switzerland look more of a unit, don't they?
Yeah,
well, that's what I mean. They're very
That's the big
experienced.
difference.
Yeah.
They're very experienced. That's the thing. Well, it doesn't mean it's over yet, though.
No.
I think Portugal have to force the
Let's
issue.
start again. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure what we're looking at. Do you know what we're looking at there?
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
Second half is
Oh, that
It's
tackle.
already started. That one's that one's faster.
I'm so sorry.
Second
Second yellow.
Okay.
I didn't even notice that.
Right.
Right, let's see what can happen here.
Right, we have kicked off again.
Oh, already on the attack.
What, you saying he showed a second yellow?
No,
No, it should have been a
Should
second
it have
yellow.
been it? Yeah.
I was going to say, I didn't even see a yellow get shown.
It is like
Let's have a look.
not as strict in women's football. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
could have been. Yeah, could have. That was the
Give
yellow.
it,
That's
give
the
it,
first
just
one.
give it, just give it.
Yeah. All right.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
She's quite fortunate.
The referee's been quite lenient though,
Yeah,
hasn't he?
yeah.
I think they are though in women's
To be-
football.
To be fair, they're letting the
Play flow.
Yeah.
and you're not seeing much about the referee, and that's always a good sign of a referee when.
Not when
They're
he's
not
meant to have
seen.
shown a second yellow, it isn't.
Yeah, but everyone makes mistakes, don't they?
Has that gone out?
Nope.
No, still on.
Portugal need an early goal here,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I think
They are.
the longer the half goes on, I
They
think the
kind
more
of grew into
stretched they're gonna
that first half though, didn't they? Like the second half of the first half, like the last 10 minutes or so.
be. Yeah, I think they've done all right. It's
they were
just
pushing higher and
they're not going
yeah.
forward as a side though, are
Yeah,
they?
exactly. That's exactly it. That's the difference here.
Sweden are more of a unit.
Play as a team.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
that's the fifth nutmeg there.
Wow.
Just pass and move.
Ooh, that could have went.
she had
She'd
to
won-
make
she
Yeah,
won
she
it.
had to make that.
She won it. She's in.
She's hurt though.
That was a brave one.
She had to just throw everything at it and
Yeah.
let pass.
Ooh.
Then Sophie, who would you play? I'll start that again. I'll rewind like Craig David. An artful dodger.
What's this?
I said, Sophie, who would you pay? What I meant to say was, who's the best player you've ever played with?
I've been very lucky. Players like Rachel Unit in the past.
Rachel-
Westwood.
Rachel, fantastic.
Great player.
And fantastic person as well.
Yeah, lovely.
Magnificent.
but Ash Neville has to be up there. Because
Oh,
believe
really?
it or not, she used to play up front with me, Ash Neville.
Oh, really?
We were both strikers. And then obviously now she's been converted into a fullback. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, she was always quality, Ash. Just dedicated as well.
All right.
Yeah, I've been very lucky, to be fair. I've played with some quality players, but I'd probably
Yeah.
put Ash Neville up there, Rachel Unit or Woody as well.
Was
Westwood.
you ever in contention
Oh,
for
right.
national cause?
I've played for under 17s. I played for England.
What was that like? That must have been incredible.
Surreal. Hope Powell was stood behind me when I put a cross in against France, and that was like the most terrifying experience of my life. Just Hope stood there, not showing any emotion on her face. But I was at the same camp with like Drew Spence and players like that.
Oh, Drew. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I think at my age at that time, I had a decision to make, either to choose work, because unfortunately football couldn't be my job. And I had a decision, like, do I go to university and do what I want to do, or do the football?
Yeah.
And obviously I tried to juggle the both. And
Yeah.
that sadly was a decision that most girls my age had to make.
Yeah.
Nowadays I think it's a lot more,
It's different.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's more of a pathway for
Yeah.
women's footballers, whereas back then it was horrible. I remember I got offered to go to America to do a scholarship
Yeah.
at like 16. But the thought
Wow.
of like, I know, and
Really?
yeah, and I didn't go. And obviously
Oh.
now I'm thinking I should have. Like Birmingham City, I've put in like, do you know, like how you put a 7-day request in to sign a player in
Yeah.
women's football?
Yeah.
I put a request in for me at that age. But obviously at that age I was thinking I want to be playing football week in, week out. I don't want to be sat on the bench. For Birmingham are obviously a pro team.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I could have, but I chose work and normal life over that. If I had the time all over again now, with today's day and age, how football's gone, I think
Yeah.
you get more of a chance, really.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? Opportunity, because when you've got young athletes like this, it is the funding.
Yeah.
It is the funding
Yeah.
of it, isn't it? That's the huge difference between, you know, making it your full-time job and, you know, someone funding it and not.
Yeah.
And you know, there's lots of, you know, I think even rugby was the same. Rugby up to about in the 90s was, you know, I remember watching the World Cup and it was a semi-pro sport, and they was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, I remember watching vignettes of like some of the England players like at their day jobs. One was a fighter. I think there was two twins, the Underwood brothers,
That's right. Yeah.
who used to play for us, and they was like
Mad, isn't it?
fighter pilots in the army, and
Yeah. Yeah.
Brian Moore, I think, was a lawyer or solicitor or something. You know,
Yeah.
this stuff was done in their spare time, and look how far they've gone
Yeah.
in 20 years in becoming professionals. It's, you know, it's a proper rough sport now, isn't it? And a very competitive sport.
Yeah.
So hopefully, with
And the women are great at rugby as well, but I'll throw it in there.
yeah,
No, they
yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hopefully, you know, with I think just the raising of the awareness of it. You know, it's the first time I think I watched the news this morning, and or was it yesterday? It might have been yesterday. And obviously they had the England game on there, being England and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's the first time I think I've ever seen like highlights of women's games being shown on the news.
Yeah. All
I
right.
think that the funding with the Super League and stuff's really helped with that, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's right,
Obviously
yeah.
the Super League's more accessible to watch and whatnot.
It is.
now.
Yeah.
I just hope it continues, like may it continue.
Hopefully.
And this tournament, you mentioned it, like how it's been promoted and stuff. It's just like the men's, really.
Yeah.
Like, it's like our first game at
Yeah.
Old Trafford. Like the hype around that
Yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping this tournament can really be a good advert, really, for women's football.
Absolutely.
I've been seeing a lot.
70k there is
It's great.
it just
It's
shows
incredible.
you that you know the awareness is being raised for the sport.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I see the amount of people who don't really follow women's football as well who are buying tickets, which is good to see. Like
Yeah.
newcomers to the sport. Do you know what I mean? So it's good. I mean, for too long you've had like the comments, "Oh, get back to the kitchen" and stuff like that.
Which
do you
is
know what I mean?
totally
And
out
it's
of order. Totally out
Yeah,
of order.
well,
You're always
What?
going to
just-
get
you're
that,
always going
though.
to get that, but it seems like to be getting less and less. More
Oh!
people. Ooh.
Ooh,
That
that's
was a
that's
great
another
ball.
chance.
That was a great
Good
ball.
touch as well, to be fair.
It's
Yeah.
another chance.
But yeah, more people are accepting it now, I
Yeah.
think, and that's the thing.
That was a great ball.
Yeah.
Good touch. Unlucky, really.
And like it's experience, isn't it? Of maybe taking it down and having a shot.
Portugal are in this game.
Yeah.
They are.
They are
aren't
in this game while it still stays 2-0.
Yeah.
I thought it was
I
going
mean,
to
they're
be a
playing for
whitewash.
pride, aren't they? More than like they're
I
playing
think
for
so,
pride.
yeah.
And
I don't
since
know.
going 2-0 down, they really have settled.
They have settled, yeah.
Any favourites for the World Cup, guys? Any? Any
What,
teams
World
that come
Cup
to
women?
mind? Yeah, for the World Cup later
Well,
this year.
the favourites are obviously going to be
The men's
USA.
World Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, the men.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah, the men.
past the
You
post.
can't see. Well, I'll say you can't, but to me, the favourites would always be Brazil.
Yeah,
me.
Brazil.
Brazil, Germany, Spain, England. Obviously are there.
Yeah.
But
I feel like with England, I don't know if you guys feel the same. After the Euros, like
Mhm.
I was up here in terms of how I felt about England, and then after the last few friendlies and whatnot, I don't know, it feels like it's gone a bit stagnant, a bit stale. Like it was so positive in the dressing room and whatnot. It just doesn't seem to have the same
I
buzz.
think,
Is it because the tournament's not until the winter? I don't know.
I think,
Yeah.
I think 3 international friendlies in a week at the end
It's
of
too
the
much.
I'm not
season.
judging it just on the friendlies. Like a lot of people obviously
I know what you're
and
saying.
stuff, but it just does. I don't know. Maybe the closer it gets to the tournament, that buzz will come back.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, it's a long way to go.
But yeah. What's your thoughts on people saying Southgate out after you got us to the Euro final?
I think it's crazy.
I don't understand it.
I do see, you know, I have listened to the arguments and I do see the, you know, the reason behind it. Portugal on a break here, all over the top.
Oh. Yeah. I think it's ridiculous, personally. Sorry.
I get it, like our football isn't the most exhilarating, I get it, and players like Grealish aren't starting often, and obviously people want the star players on there,
Yeah.
I understand.
Strike.
But as an England
Oh.
as an England fan,
Yeah.
like
Deflection.
all I've experienced really is disappointment and heartache. So for us to get to the Euro final, I know we like it was practically a home
And the World Cup
home tour.
semi-final.
And the World Cup semi-final, like you know what I mean. I thank Southgate for that because I think I felt like patriotic. I was supporting my country, and normally I'm just disappointed. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I think this tournament obviously is a make. I do think it's a make or break for Southgate.
Yeah.
Like if we don't win it, I think
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
if we
do.
went through the tournament, if we
It
went
depends
through
on
the World Cup,
how we go out. I think if we go out, but I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
oh,
But do you
That's
guys,
interesting.
Do you guys think, like generally speaking, like forgetting about like these last couple of games, do you think he's the manager that will bring you the glory?
I just can't see anybody else.
Exactly.
I can't see a replacement for him. I can't see how logically you can look at referee
the
got in the
ref.
way there.
Yeah, you do.
I can't see how logically you can let a man get to a semi-final and a final.
Is it a free kick? Was that? Or
It's a drop ball.
Drop
isn't
ball.
it?
That's right.
Because I think that's what happens if the referee
It
gets
looked
involved.
like the Swiss player
I
said
don't
a
think
free
it
kick.
should be though.
Yeah, she got in the way.
They're
but
going to let them take the ball. It looks like the referee's telling the Swiss players to
That's what I
leave
mean,
it.
that was-
yeah, because she got in the way.
And she's right outside the box.
Yeah, but she got in the way though. So and Portugal would have been in possession. So I think the rules are you've got to give it to the team who you.
It's not
No, she kicked it
competitive.
at her.
What's that?
She kicked it at her.
The referee.
She went for a shot.
Yeah, that's the right decision.
If they score it, there's going to be lots of controversy.
Well, listen.
Or-
Listen, Nicky, you say that. That happened to us in the Super League. And one of the reasons it cost us the title. And the referee in the game, I don't know who she was, she got it wrong. Because the ball came off her and she allowed it to go on and Man City scored and it was allowed. Whereas if the ball comes off the referee, it's supposed to be stopped straight away.
I've never heard that rule.
No, it is a rule. It is a rule. I'm telling you, it's a rule.
I'll be
It
honest,
is, I
I've
think
never
it is
heard
a
that
rule.
It's a rule. It's a rule. And she got it. She actually let them play on. And they scored the goal and the goal stood. And it was terrible. We scored in injury time with a goal from fantastic Tobin Heath. But that cost us. And the referee got it wrong. Because that is the rule. As far as I know. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Sophie's agreeing with me.
No, I think it
Oof.
wasn't that when you know
Right.
when we had all the new rules with VAR and whatnot, and we had a few changes to the offside rule and some of the handball rule.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that rule came into play.
Maybe,
then.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. No, that's as far as I
I
know.
just thought if you kick the ball at the referee, it was tough potatoes, as they say.
It used to be, didn't
It
it?
used to
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
But that's the rule now. So she allowed the goal and I cannot believe that. That she allowed the
Switzerland
goal.
can't get his ball out their half.
Portugal have
Yeah,
really
They
if
can't.
Portugal
relied
get
on
a bit
the
more
front
quality in his box,
Yeah.
it could be game on here.
They can't. But then what they're going to do? they're
Corner?
just-
Corner, yeah.
Yeah, another corner.
Well, that's what they're going to do. They're going to soak up the pressure, aren't they? I think Portugal can get back into
If
the game.
Switzerland see through this spell,
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do.
Would anybody like a drink?
No, thank you.
No, thank
Would
you.
you want? No.
No, I'm good. I've just finished that can. Thank
I'm
you.
going to have another one.
5
because
corners.
It's hot in here.
Not as hot as outside though.
No.
I imagine.
Right, let's see if they can get a better delivery in here, Portugal. That is a better delivery.
Oh,
That was close.
That was a good
And
delivery
another
there.
corner.
another corner.
That's the
cross,
sixth
to be
corner
fair.
Oh,
now.
Leo. Leo heading that way.
Who's your favourite player then for Arsenal? Ladies, I'll start with Chloe.
That's a good question, Sophie. Our women? Probably Leah Williamson.
So for United, it was Lauren James for me, so I was gutted when she went.
I was glad when she left us as well.
Have a good ball in.
Goal.
It's been bundled in and Portugal will go back. And it matters. Listen, I can't say that's undeserved. Portugal have been a better team for a long time
Game
now.
on.
I think she got a header in. Goalie saved it, and then it was there.
It was saved initially, but it was bundled in.
Yeah.
But
That makes it interesting now, though.
I've got to say, since the 2 goals, Switzerland have been pretty poor.
But yes, since that's great save.
Good header.
Yeah, good
great
header. As well,
Lauren James left.
Yeah.
Russo, I really like Russo.
Yeah.
it was a great
Two
save as well.
obviously I've already
Unfortunate
mentioned.
for the goalkeeper.
I do like Ella too.
All right.
I actually bounced off the goalkeeper's knee.
I did like Lauren when she played for us.
And Portugal have made this game interesting.
Yeah.
They have
It
made
is
it
game
interesting.
on. That will give the Portuguese team
A big lift.
a big lift after disappointment
Yes, Leah.
in the first 5
Probably Leah
minutes.
for our men. Probably Bukayo.
Yeah.
Saka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saka's your favourite?
Paolo, who's your favourite player for United? Ronaldo, is it? Or have you got...
I can't go for the obvious. I would say... I mean, I love Bruno Fernandes, but I thought throughout the season he was poor, I can't lie. I thought he was very poor throughout the season. What I don't like about Bruno is his impatience on the ball. You know what I mean? He gets on the ball and then he looks for the pass that's not there. You know what I mean? He just... I think Bruno's my favourite player outside Ronaldo, I would say.
Yeah.
What about you?
So this is another thing I struggle to even choose my favourite. Ronaldo obviously has to be.
Yeah. I love Sancho though.
See, I'd like to say
Jadon.
Rashford in general, but he was woeful last season. I do like Sancho. I think I have to go with the obvious and say Ronaldo for the time being, but I'm excited to see Sancho under Ten Hag.
Yeah, I love Sancho.
So I think last season, when it's all doom and gloom, he was the bright spark.
Yeah,
really, other than Ronaldo.
Portugal keep on coming forward.
Yeah.
They keep on coming. It's
Switzerland can't
interesting.
get
a lot
the
better.
off.
This is interesting. We'll see what Switzerland do now.
Oh, that's a poor touch.
Yeah, it is.
He's got away with it though.
Oh, she's
Yeah,
got
she
away
did
with it.
get away with it, unfortunately.
Oh, it's a great
There's a
tackle.
lot of big tackles going in here.
No,
Yeah,
it's a
this
brilliant
is-
tackle.
Yeah, get rid of it.
And again, the referee's not
No, because it was a good tackle to
stopping
be
the
fair.
game.
No, they're not at all.
It's flowing a lot more nicely in the second half. That's a good pass there.
The funny thing is,
Good clearance.
the funny thing is with that goal as well. When that goal was scored, our players were complaining, but the referee did nothing. Whereas, unfortunately, there's no VAR in women's games. If it went to VAR, it probably would have been disallowed.
There was VAR at Old Trafford the other day, wasn't there? I think.
I think so.
I think there was. I think it must be just certain stadiums that they're allowed. Obviously,
But I
they've got it
mean,
there,
when we played Man City, there was no VAR.
Oh yeah, in
you
the
know.
league, yeah.
Somebody asked, Esports Jesus 9 says, I want Nick's thoughts on Jesus joining Arsenal.
What do you think he's going to say?
I don't think he'll get double figures.
Really? He's like, I'm not a betting
See,
man because I'll bet you, but I'm not.
I feel the same. I don't think he's going to score loads, but I'm not saying he's a bad signing. Like,
No, I don't think he's gonna be a bad player.
I still think he'll be a good player for you, but I don't think he's the guy to get you, like you said, double-figure goals. Like,
Well, I like to.
he's more of a
well,
He
system
could
player.
turn into the
system
next
player.
Thierry Henry, couldn't he? Let's be
Yeah.
Well, if he does, then we've got.
To be fair, I don't
Unbelievable.
think he's going to be that sort of player for Arsenal. I think he's going to
But
be
no
one of them-
no one can, and no one will be
No, I mean in terms of like,
for us ever again.
I think
Personally.
Arsenal will, for the next couple of seasons, will have a lot of contributions to goals and assists
Hopefully.
from all their front three and midfield.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Fluid front three.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah, and I
Hopefully.
think like even with us at United this whole season, we've just seen goals from Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
I think Arsenal will be a
Coming
bit more
forward again.
fluid.
I think he'll get double figures personally.
He's got to
I
get
think-
good service, so from the likes of Saka, hasn't he?
Well, he will get good service, yeah. But I still think we need more on
Yeah.
top of that.
What about Vieira? Did you know much about Vieira when Arsenal signed him?
Not really.
No.
I must have seen him because I watched the Portuguese league, but I can't
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
him.
It's a really good signing.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
What's your guys' take on Eriksen coming to United? Obviously, as a West Ham fan and an Arsenal fan, like, do you think that's a good signing for us? Or?
Well,
Yeah, he's
What-
quality.
I
think-
it's quality.
I think it's good signing for Manchester United. What is good is he didn't go back to Tottenham, so But yeah, I think it's good. I think it's definitely what Manchester United need, a creator.
I would have loved to have had him.
You know.
For Brentford last year, once he got fit, he was
Yeah,
phenomenal.
yeah.
I mean, phenomenal. Good cross. We'll take.
And I think he's going to be the creator for Manchester United.
Yeah.
I think it's a great signing.
Yeah,
You know what? I had this debate on my channel as well. I was saying, like, as a football fan, you have to respect his decision. If he wants to stay at Brentford, he's just enjoying his football after what happened to him, to get back to playing regular Premier League football. And I actually had KG, the comedian, on my show at the time.
Yeah.
And he said, but wouldn't it be nice to see a bit of hunger, a bit of balls from everything? And I think he's done that with this move. Like, he hasn't took the easy option. Is that a Rabona?
Oh, did you see
It is
that?
a Rabona.
Rabona.
Getting a bit cheeky out there.
Come on, you are losing.
Well, that's what I mean. It's not time for Rabonas yet. Yeah, well, listen, it is good on Ericsson.
Yeah.
2-1, you know.
7 corners.
It's disappointing for Brentford, but you know, it's good on Ericsson.
Because when I saw what happened to him in the last tournament, I never thought he'd be playing football again.
No, me.
And there was no way on earth I would have ever thought he'd play football
No.
again. You know, especially when you see with the likes of, was that handball?
I don't think it was just showing
The
the
likes
skill.
of Fabrice Mwamba and
Yes.
Yeah.
you know, having similar things.
Yeah.
Mark Vivian Farah, of course, died on the pitch.
God rest his soul,
Playing international football.
Yeah.
You know, I never thought. I thought, you know, that's it. They're gonna see him. He's got a heart defect. He's never gonna play. So to come back from that, from basically dying on the pitch, being revived.
Oh, it's another chance.
Another chance for Portugal. They're creating the chances.
They created the chances, yeah.
To play him back at the top league.
It's amazing.
In the top division was fantastic.
It's amazing.
And now to see him turn around and go, well, actually, I'm 30.
I want a challenge.
I want to go to somewhere where I'm going to play in Europe again and things like that. I think it's good from him.
Yeah.
I wish he'd have come to us because I really like him.
I do like him. He's good for the dressing room as well, though, isn't he? He's a good character to have around.
Oh,
go on.
Oh, cross! Executed!
What a cross! I tell you what, right?
Jessica Silva.
This
amazing.
This game was turned on his head. First 2 minutes, as I said, at half time, it looked like women against girls.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
Say
Portugal.
if they come out the block second half, it could make
Yeah.
Wow.
To be fair,
That cross.
good finish as well.
Yeah, great finish.
Great
Fabulous finish. Wonderful cross. And all of a sudden, Portugal have just found that little bit of quality that they were lacking.
It come from, like we said, the end of the first half, they were pushing up high and they were forcing mistakes, and that's come from a mistake.
Got across the defender.
Great
Defenders
ball,
got to
great
be,
Wow.
yeah.
Stronger.
That's a great goal.
They'll fancy this now, though.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
actually quite surprised at the fitness levels. Like they've been pressing, they've been doing
better in the
everything.
second half.
This is interesting. Switzerland got
I think
what was
they've
it
had
the
less
first
fear
half?
in the play.
Switzerland were physically more intimidating, but
Yeah.
it looks like the fitness, Portugal have got it all
Yeah,
over them
yeah.
because Switzerland look like they're blowing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
they do, yeah.
This is fascinating now.
2-2.
Someone did say a draw in the chat, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. A few people said. Raim Amin Beg says the pub's going mad here in Luton. Darren Vera says now the game is interesting. Harry Kane says, Ty, why isn't Bakayo at pre-season? I've seen him at Wimbledon.
Why is who?
Oh, is that a penalty?
That looked like a bad foul there.
Why is who? Why is who? Sorry, Nick.
Bukayo Saka.
Why is he not? Why is it?
He's not.
Because he's on. Because
any
why do
player
you- what?
that played international.
Exactly.
football has
Why
been given
do you
a
think?
break
It doesn't
by
matter if he's at Wimbledon. He's not going to get to pre-season training yet. He's on a break. He can go where he wants as long as he's rested.
Portugal coming forward again. They've got numbers forward here. Get the ball into the box.
Oof.
Oh, unlucky.
So what? Because he's at Wimbledon, he should be pre-season. He's not going to be pre-season training.
Okay, there was another super chat. I've missed it. Diallo, Ty, what your favourite 3 WSL players outside of Arsenal?
I can't answer that. That's for sure. That's for sure. Outside of us.
You're a strange guy, man.
I'm not strange. I'm not strange. I'm not strange. He definitely won. He don't. He
You're
definitely.
allowed to say your favourite.
No, I don't.
Outside of Arsenal.
Yeah,
Let's
well,
just pretend for a second that Arsenal don't exist.
No.
Oh
I
my
can't.
God.
Oh, they're through again. Oh, there's a foul. It's the referee's giving it now.
Ooh.
Now, was he through
It's
on
not
goal
penalty.
here? Was
It's
she
not
through on
penalty.
goal?
That was good. That was good football there.
This is amazing how Portugal come back, but is
Great
that?
football.
She's
It's
not
a free
pulled
kick.
card
Outside.
out.
She
the
flicks
pocket.
it on. She flicks it on. Look, flicks it on.
Don't play for Arsenal.
Header. Oh,
The
that was.
England team.
It's
who
definitely
like-
foul, but was she the
I
last
don't know. It's
man?
gonna. You're gonna have to come back for me for that one. I should have known this question.
I think that should be a red card.
No, I think she won.
That's 2-1.
Is that a penalty?
Oh,
Actually,
it
one
was
of
Look
those.
at that. Look at this flick. Look. Flick.
Oh.
Header.
Quick header.
Oh, jeez.
Through on goal. Definitely not a penalty, but
Free kick.
she's through on goal
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
There's no one past.
There's no VAR though.
There's no
Outside.
No.
She's giving a pen.
Apart from us. Oh, I'm gonna have to think about this.
It's definitely not a pen. Well, it should be a pen.
Former.
Free kick. Just
But I
right.
think
It's probably
that was a
gonna be
red
our
card.
former
That
players.
maybe should have been Switzerland's second red
Yeah,
card.
So,
that should be a red
um,
right there.
It definitely won't be anyone from Chelsea women. that's
There
for
is
sure.
VAR apparently.
Not even Laura James.
I don't
even
think
though
there is.
Every round's got it.
Every round's got
Look.
it.
They got VAR. Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could give a shout. Thank you, Sophie. I'll give a shout out to Lauren, because she
Oh.
paid for us.
VAR. Potential penalties.
penalty
Oh.
check. It's definitely not a penalty.
Nah, it looked right. It looked outside. It looked outside.
Yeah, so Lauren is one. Lauren is one.
She had to be, yeah.
Actually, yellow.
Oh. Oh. I thought she had another card it then.
Check over.
All right.
So it's only a yellow. then.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a pen, but
That's the only one from Chelsea anyway.
Give me yellow, so they can't overturn that now.
see if I had to choose not United. Miedemar will be on there, obviously.
I don't. Oh, there is an ex-player in Manchester United that used to play for us. Hayley Ladd.
Yeah.
She used to play for us.
Yeah.
That's right on the edge. It's a good position.
So
Is it
I'll
too
I'd probably
close?
say
Yeah,
Ash.
is
just
it
'cause
too
my
close?
friend
And they got tall women as well.
Yeah, they've
I'll
got
probably
both,
say
but that's
actually-
a long way
But
back
nice
though.
place to have a free kick in that.
Funny enough, I'll even pick a Tottenham player.
Who?
Rebecca Spencer.
Yeah.
She's quite cool.
Okay. That looks doable. Keeper's left a lot of room on the left here.
Yeah.
If this is on target, it could be him.
Who took them steps? Krusty the Clown. That is far back, isn't it?
It is.
And it's a good save.
Yeah, but it's straight out though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
straight out.
It was
Straight
pretty
down the
straight
middle.
out.
If it's in the corner, it's a goal.
Yeah.
Well,
Straight down the
obviously.
middle,
Oh,
it should have
she's
been.
killed her with that pass.
So that's two. So Lauren and Becky's two.
Struggling with this
One
one.
more. I'm struggling because that's the only Chelsea player that's going to be in the team. And I'll probably go for Gilly Flaherty, who's at West Ham.
Yeah.
So I did do it, Nick.
I like Alicia Lehman.
Yeah, she's cool actually. She's really cool.
She was at West Ham for a while.
Yeah, she was.
She's
I
at
think
Villa
she's
now.
on loan to Aston Villa.
She's at Villa.
Yeah, Villa.
Go on.
Yeah.
Jessica Silva. Yeesh.
She's got good feet, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
really good.
So what about you then, Sophie? Who did you say?
So outside of United,
Yeah.
I'd have to put Miedemar on there. I said Ash Neville because she's my mate, Spurs.
Yeah.
But also I think she's quality.
Yeah.
And third
Hold on a
one-
minute. Isn't Lehman Swiss?
Yeah.
Why is she playing then?
That's good. She might be on the bench. That's a good point. She might be on the
I
bench.
just thought that, sorry.
Mm.
I do
Sorry?
apologise.
Give me some more thinking time anyway.
Well, I'm sure you won't need as long as I had. That's for sure.
I do like Leanne Williamson.
Oh, she's fantastic.
Yeah, I think she's quality to be fair.
This is good football, you know.
Kerr as well has to be up there, I think.
Oh,
Portugal absolutely
quality.
dominated this half.
I hate to say it, but she just is.
No wonder.
They've absolutely
She's
dominated
just a
this
big
game.
moment
What?
player, do you know
They're
what I
still
mean?
in. Look, Switzerland are.
I don't know what's happened to them.
I tell you, it's
like
like
watching
They're all over the
Jekyll
place.
and Hyde, isn't it?
Surely Portugal can sense blood here, like.
Yeah, well,
I'd like
the
to
thing
see
is,
the
though,
stats now, seeing as
yeah, but the thing is, Portugal can't overcommit though,
Yeah.
because if they go chase to the game when they get
Go
caught,
on.
good football.
Very
Yeah, they're playing
fluid.
better football.
they've done really well, Portugal.
Megs.
All right, so is that Sam Kerr, Ashley?
And Miedemar.
Oh, Vivian. Okay.
Another
Ooh,
corner.
another corner. It's
They've
fascinating.
been
The game,
dangerous off corners.
the
as well.
game, the way the game has turned. North Switzerland are making the sub.
I think it's like
I
9
used
corners.
to play with Carly, the Villa manager.
Carly Lloyd.
Not Villa manager,
What's
sorry.
happened there?
You know, what's her name? Wardy.
Oh, is it?
Carla Ward. I used to play with Carly, yeah.
Oh, right.
And do you know Cov United, Jay Dalen, the manager?
I think so.
I
Yeah.
used to play with her
yeah.
as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's mad seeing how they've progressed to now become
Yeah. That's amazing.
Super League. like,
Yeah.
fair play.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Lehman refused to call up, apparently.
Oh, really?
What? Wow, why?
I think, to be fair, I think she's turning herself into more of an Instagram model now.
You think so?
She's like that, isn't she? She's
Yeah.
like that. That
Why would she
Lingard-esque kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
player,
Yeah, the women's game, yeah, definitely.
Why would she refuse a call up, though? That's strange.
Because she's on holiday and she's full. Sod that.
She said she wasn't mentally ready for a European tournament yet.
What?
Really?
Oh, wow.
You know, if you're a teammate, though, and your
You'd
mate
be
saying
pissed
that,
off, wouldn't you?
yeah.
Then she's not going to
You'd
get a
be
chance,
really
is she?
annoyed.
You wouldn't
Especially
want them
when
getting a
you're-
call up again, would you? You wouldn't.
Especially
She's
when
not gonna
you're
get called up
in,
again.
where were they? Wigan. Just outside
Aston
Wigan,
Villa.
sorry.
Aston Villa. Oh,
And you're
Lee
training in a training camp and you see her, she's on the beach in Rio de Janeiro
Yeah.
taking these Instagram photos and you're thinking, flipping hell.
That's incredible. That's amazing.
I wouldn't have her back.
That's what I mean. Like,
Well, I don't
I
know
wouldn't
if
have
she'll
her
come back.
kind of burnt bridges
All
with.
of that attention, she doesn't want all of that. At a tournament like this, everyone's going to have the eyes on her. Is it too much for her?
Yeah, but if you're a
She
professional
posts
footballer,
You already have
she's
enough
got something
attention
like
on you.
20 million followers or 7 million followers on Instagram. She posts a photo of herself in her bikini and a thong every single day.
Yeah, but what does
She
that mean?
definitely wants the eyes on her.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. That's just her doing what she can to get followers. I don't think that's anything much.
Because
Because
you
a lot.
can't say you don't want
does
the
that
eyes
make
on
you
you.
question her mentality though, in terms of she didn't fancy it? Do you know what I mean?
Possibly. You can no, but you can. But then.
Ronaldo, like someone said there, does Ronaldo
Exactly.
do the same? But Ronaldo's playing for his country.
Exactly.
It doesn't get
It's a strange one. It's a strange one. But then, all I can say is that it's obviously the attention on Alicia will be different than the attention on Ronaldo. That's all I can really
I'm
say.
not saying that she can't do, like, obviously each their own, and she can. That's
Yeah,
her brand.
yeah.
She can do that.
Go
But
on.
if it gets in the way of representing his country, surely that.
Yeah,
becomes
that's
an
what I mean.
issue,
Exactly. Isn't that a disadvantage?
Oh!
Yeah,
With it.
it's a strange one.
Yeah.
That's a strange one.
There's a couple of super chats. Who's going to score more goals next season, Nunes, Haaland or Jesus?
Haaland.
Jesus, hopefully, but
Haaland
I fear it will be Haaland. I hope it's Gabriel, but it might. Well, my heart says Gabriel, my head says Haaland.
Do you guys think Holland will just have a brilliant season? Do you
I
think
don't
it'll be
know-
a slow one?
I don't know if I have a brilliant season, but
I hope
you know
he
he's going to
flops,
come
but
through.
he's not gonna.
You know he will definitely come
Is it
through.
a shit
Oh my
hole?
gosh, the goalkeeper didn't even come.
Good cross.
A good cross.
Ooh.
Oh,
Good
the
take.
keeper got it. I didn't see that. That went fast. 15 minutes left of this game, and listen, the game's been turned completely on its head. Look at the stats now. 59% possession to Portugal. They had no shots to Switzerland's 4,
In the
and they've
first-
now had 12 shots on goal. It has
Well,
been an onslaught this second.
It has,
half.
but then
Absolute onslaught.
But then the question is, what would have happened if they never had that bad start? That's the question.
Yeah.
That's the question now. What would have happened?
The thing is, it's still a draw. It's not a bad result, but
It's not a bad result, but
yeah.
I don't think they can afford to overcommit.
I think what's important in tournament football is not to lose your first game.
Yeah.
And they would have been thinking they're going to be losing this first
Well,
game.
they've been written off though, Portugal pretty much.
Yeah,
So to
yeah.
get a draw in the first one, you'd think they'd be confident with, happy with that.
I think they'd be the happier team. But the way it's going at the minute, they may be disappointed by the end of this game because they have absolutely pasted Switzerland in the second half.
Yeah. Oh, gorgeous.
It's
He's
just
He's
the
brought in a
fitness
striker.
levels are
Going for it.
completely different.
They are. But they still have to be careful.
He's brought on a striker, so he's trying to go in for it.
This is fascinating now.
It's mad thinking those first 4 minutes we never would have expected
Yeah.
No.
it to be equal now.
I
No.
thought this was going to be about 5-6-0. If I'm honest, when I see
Yeah.
the first two attacks, I thought, Portugal looked out their
It's a
depth.
push, isn't
But,
it?
wow. It
Yeah.
looks like Switzerland have just absolutely run out of steam. They haven't
Yeah.
been able to get out their half, especially in this heat as well.
Yeah.
Really bad foul. They are physically stronger, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think there's
It's
an element
fascinating.
of Switzerland getting those 2 early goals, going into half time 2-0 up, getting a bit complacent in the second half, thinking,
Could
oh,
be that, yeah.
game's
Possibly.
done?
maybe.
That the game's
And
done,
Portugal
yeah,
obviously
possibly.
have Come out quick.
Good
7 of
delivery.
ball to what the word first one and the header. Oh,
Now that's the chance to win the game.
almost.
That should be a goal.
That should be a goal.
She's got to score that.
They're tough. Sophie, tell you, they're tough.
No,
When
they
you
are
run-
tough,
When you're
but-
running into them and it's coming from over your shoulder.
She has
they're-
No, but
She hit
look,
her
hit her
shoulder.
shoulder though. She hasn't
It is
connected
hard,
properly.
You've got to time that right, haven't you? It is hard, but
It is hard, but you know,
it hit her shoulder.
I think she's. Well, anyway, it's easy for me to say, but you know, she didn't even connect properly.
It's not
Unfortunately,
that as well. You can be off put by the thought of there's going to be a
Being
boot coming
clattered
through my back
by
any
Right,
second now as I'm running onto this ball.
You can be. It's true.
Nearly twice the amount of passes. 319 to Switzerland's 200. 320. 321. I'm
That's
joking.
fascinating.
Oof.
Oh.
Oh, she could have took that in then.
Boy. Oops.
They're all over the place.
Yeah, their
Yeah.
mind.
I don't know what's happened to them.
The bodies have gone and the minds are going.
That's what you thought about.
Just
Portugal.
tiredness.
It's very interesting.
He is.
Very, very interesting.
Shivan says the Don needs to get Thai real food. The popcorn ain't doing it.
Is it? Is that right? Well, what real food do you suggest? then?
I agree. I
what,
agree.
What real food do you
You've been
suggest?
dreaming
then?
about pizza since you
I
got
am starving.
But what real food does he
I've
or
been up
she
since-
suggest?
I've been up since 1 o'clock this morning.
Is
I'm
it?
hungry, mate.
1 o'clock. Wow.
Just be tight here in these positions.
I'm all right. I'm not too
I ate
hungry.
lasagna at like 7 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh, of all the Portuguese dominance, Switzerland nearly nicked it there.
They've cleared it.
It was good defended in the end.
But this is what I'm saying about overcommitting.
Yeah, it could
Yeah, you are right.
Look at that.
could come back to bite them.
It's a
couldn't it?
great clearance. Otherwise, that's a
Yeah.
goal. It's an amazing clearance.
Say what you want about the quality, but it's been exciting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hit the bar. Oh my god, this
Volley from
dude.
the edge of the box has come off the
Jesus.
top of the
Hit the
Portuguese
bar.
bar,
That was
and
good effort to be
yeah,
fair.
that was
Just
really good
instinctive, wasn't
techers.
it? It's just
Look at
reactive.
that!
Look at that.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank god that didn't go in.
I tell you what, if that had gone in, that might have been one of the goals of the tournament.
That's
Yeah.
just pure reaction. Like,
Look at that.
It's not easy at all, that one.
No, great technique.
did you see in the Germany game when they hit the bar and the post? And
Yeah.
Crazy.
That was amazing. Yeah, I did see that.
Oh, it's a
Good ball.
She's gonna get to it, yeah.
She's definitely going to get
She
to
onside?
it. You know what I also find about women's football? Not a lot of offsides. They time their runs really well.
She was offside.
She's offside.
That was actually
I'll drop the pad, I'll gone. I don't think she was offside.
It didn't look initially.
Another substitute. Another roll of the dice by Portugal. They smell Swiss blood.
Ooh, yeah, but are
We
they
should-
overcommitting?
They haven't
though?
made any substitutions, Switzerland.
No, they haven't. But are Portugal overcommitting though? That's the thing. They got to be wary about overcommitting. Yeah, there's not a lot of
Andy Stock
histrionics
says
as
this
well.
is the most entertaining game so far.
It's a good game. It's equal.
AW says, do you think women's football could learn from in how to promote the sport from UFC? Women headline and compete in the same card and earn the same money if they bring the viewers.
Of course, absolutely.
That's
100%.
interesting,
I don't know. I don't know about UFC.
Who's the big
Well, yeah.
star in women's football? Who's the big name? If I was to sort of look,
Well, you know what I'm
if,
going to
if,
say,
if,
aren't you?
if Coca-Cola were doing a one woman
Woman.
advert, who would be the? Who
Well, you
would
know
be
what I'm
the
going to.
face?
You know what I'm going to say, innit?
No.
Neither
Well,
are.
Yeah, exactly.
So if I asked you, because he's very biased.
It was,
I'm sorry.
it was like Morgan, wasn't it? And like Raffino. But
It was yes, and didn't. She came over, didn't she?
Yeah,
she came.
yeah.
Who
She
is?
came over.
The
Alex.
celebration.
Alex Morgan.
Alex Morgan.
Alex
She
Morgan.
came over to Tottenham.
Another yellow.
She left soon afterwards.
Remember she scored against us and she mocked the drinking of the team.
Yeah.
Yes. But he's in.
That
he's-
really annoyed me.
Miedema has to be up there though, because literally
Yeah.
the highest scorer, like, of course. But
That really annoyed me.
What about the tea?
Like more than it should have, really.
But then why
not
is she
gonna be
what's
sensitive like
what's
that.
she trying to mock though? Is the question.
The cup of tea that we like, that we're all posh and
we do all like a cup of tea though.
we do like a cup of tea, yeah.
But what? Where does where,
But I don't drink my tea like that.
with the pinky?
I'm
Is
gonna
it the
drink mine
pinky?
with a biscuit.
Is it the pinky finger? So you like tea with biscuit?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What biscuit?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Hobnob, chocolate hobnob.
Oh,
It's like
Speaking of just
that is
before-
up to you.
Or a bourbon.
oh, bourbon. Oh, lovely, lovely. Obviously, other
Bourbons
biscuits are available.
nice.
Bourbons are good. Oh, God.
I love bourbon.
Oh, you've got
Second
that's
one.
See, that's
That's
two.
two.
This has got to be a goal.
That
It's
one
got to
was
be a
easier.
goal.
This has got to be a goal.
That was
be
a
a goal.
better ball.
It was.
This has got to be a goal. This has got to
That
be.
one
She's
was
got.
easier.
Look,
She should have
She's
smacked
watched
it
it
in.
she can
the
see.
whole
She's
To
watched
be
it.
fair, she's not even stretching. That's not even a stretch.
No, she needs
Yeah.
to blast
There's no
it.
conviction in it, was there? She just hit
No.
it. You know what, though? This is probably an unpopular one, but a rich tea and a cup of tea as well.
Do you know what?
Yeah, which was nice.
I have
They're
found,
plain, but in a cup
I
of
have
tea.
found love for the rich tea lately.
They're good in
Yeah.
a cup of tea.
As a kid, I hated them because it probably was the one least packed with sugar.
Yeah.
But now,
Do
I'm
you
telling
remember
you that.
coffee flavoured biscuits?
Yes,
Cool,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
I remember them,
There's there were so many. There was custard creams, malted milk,
Malted milk, chocolate malted milk as well.
Lincoln biscuits,
I don't think you
Jammy
can beat
Dodgers.
a chocolate digestive.
Jammy
to be-
Dodgers.
Jammy Dodgers.
you can't,
Obviously,
no.
other biscuits are available.
Oh,
yeah. Big chance! What a save! That's a fantastic save.
God, what a save. That's unbelievable.
That is.
Both
I thought
teams
that
have
was
actually.
definitely a goal.
Yeah, so did I. Found herself in the middle of the box with no one near her, really.
So if you could only have one biscuit for the rest
sorry.
of your life,
One biscuit.
She was
That's
What
a
would
good
you
question. It would have to be something chocolate, that's for sure.
I think I'd go chocolate digestive. I just don't
I-
think you can
Ooh.
beat
Do you know
it.
what? I would go plain digestive.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
you know
Is
why?
it?
Do you
Just
know
in
why I
case
would
when
go
you don't
plain?
fancy
Why?
chocolate.
Because you can eat it with cheese. I like cheese.
Okay.
Oh yes, that's true. That's a good point.
Think outside the box. I bet you, Ty. What would you
I
go for?
think I would have to go for. I do like. I won't mention the store. I do like their chocolate chip shortbread biscuits. But if I'm going for
Costco.
when I was, no, it's not.
That's a biscuit. The Costco one. Have
Oh,
you
is it?
read
I
that?
don't know. Oh, is it really? Okay,
I'll
but
have
then
to bring some of these in.
I'm gonna have to
These
go.
are phenomenal.
Go on.
I'll try
Oh,
it.
really? Okay, I'm gonna have to go for when I was a kid, and it's got to be home wheat chocolate biscuits.
Home.
Home wheat. Does anybody remember them?
No.
Home wheat chocolate biscuits were unbelievable
They went out of business in the 20s.
in the 1920s. Yeah, right.
Paulo, what about you?
You know what? I used to be a fan of, the party ring biscuits.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I used to
Yeah.
love those before, but
With the
too
icing.
much sugar, yeah.
Yeah,
too much
yeah,
sugar
yeah,
in them.
yeah,
No,
but
it's still good
yeah.
to be fair.
Jaffa cakes are
Yeah.
obviously good.
Jaffa cake.
Oh, Jaffa
is
cake.
Is that a cake or a biscuit though?
Very
That's
good
another question.
That's a
question.
good question.
Very good question.
That's actually it's more of a cake, isn't it? It's more of a cake, isn't it?
Jury's out on that one, honestly. 'cause it's in the biscuit
definitely a
section.
cake. 100%.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
It's
Jaffa
sponge.
cake.
Jaffa cake, yeah.
It's just a chocolate sponge, and then the clue's in the name. It says cake
Yeah.
in the name.
But why is it in
Jaff-
like the biscuit oil then?
It's got what?
It's in like the biscuit oil.
Yeah, it's true.
Because it's in the same shape packet.
I don't know either. I was
know
throwing it
either.
out there.
What about the Biscoff ones?
Yeah, nice,
No,
nice,
I
nice.
think that's overused now.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You think so?
yeah.
But there's
I-
so
I
many
never
now.
really liked it in the first place.
Really?
Biscoffs.
Now it's in everything.
It's nice, but I think it's a bit sickly.
Yeah, it
That
can be.
can
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
a few of them.
My
there's
wife
so
spreads
many.
it on her toast.
Really?
Really?
Oh, the spread is nice.
Oh, I've never had that
That's
spread.
not much different from like Nutella though.
No, that's what I'm thinking. Nutella.
No,
yeah.
it ain't much different, but it's I don't know. It's not for me. I
But
just like.
You can
plain
tell we're
old peanut
hungry
butter.
because we haven't a whole
I
dinner.
know,
It's talk about food.
I'm starving. Come on, we need to get some food in.
I'm trying to think of how many biscuits we can name. Shortcake,
Hobnobs.
nice
Digestive,
biscuits,
nice
obviously.
Biscuits. Custard
Um,
cream, bourbons.
Yes. Rich.
Short, is it
Lemon
shorties?
creams.
Oh no, I
Red
can't.
lemon cream.
No.
Oh
And
no,
you know what I
that's
saw
too
the other day
sweet.
as well?
Phenomenal.
There were jammy Dodgers, but they were cola flavoured.
Yeah, I've seen
What?
them. I said
Where
chocolate.
are they?
I didn't buy them because I was just like, I can't.
Where did you see them?
I can't remember where it was.
Is
In
this
a shop
recently?
near me, yeah.
No way, I
White
would
chocolate-
love.
You wanna
white
try
chocolate and
coke?
raspberry
I would.
cookies.
I would.
Oh.
Chocolate and raspberry. That sounds
I
a
love a
bit too sweet.
flapjack as well.
Mm.
Fig rolls, fig rolls.
Fig rolls, yeah.
Shorties as well.
You know
Coconut.
what's
Great
interesting?
I'll tell you what.
Coconut
Switzerland-
fingers, yes,
Ever since the subs have come in,
Yeah,
it's kind of
the
made it a bit...
substitute.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
substitutes have killed Portugal's momentum. They strike. What's the striker's name?
Silver, Jenna
Silver.
Silva.
Jessica
There's
Silva,
two
yeah.
fabulous chances.
She's
Yeah.
got to. The second one, she's
Oh,
got to
no,
score.
that wasn't
She's got to
Silver
score.
who missed the chances, was it?
Oh, it
It was
wasn't.
Diana Silva, yeah. She missed both ones.
She's
Oh,
got
the
to score.
two, yeah.
The second one, she's definitely
Right.
got to score.
Good
Great
What?
ball.
Game
Good time.
positions.
Strike! Oh, I thought that was going in.
I don't believe it's not gone in.
She seemed to have all the time in the world just to have it straight a yard. And
It looked like it wasn't even going to go on target. That's unbelievable.
That's unbelievable.
How are Portugal not winning this game?
Just got it though.
It's not a foul. It's not a
It's not
foul.
a foul. How are Portugal not winning this game? I think Switzerland are just hanging on now. How are they not winning this game?
It's mad though because Switzerland hit the bar not long ago.
Yeah.
They didn't, but that's the danger is.
Both of them have had a chance though, at least. Well, Portugal have had like 3 or 4, but.
Oh
Switzerland
my
again.
God, what a
Right
ball.
Oh, goodness me.
This is incredible.
This is too
My
much.
goodness me.
This is incredible.
This is like a
incredible.
FIFA game, you know, when it's like scripted
Yeah,
and you just
yeah,
can't
yeah.
put it in the net.
This is incredible.
This is too much.
It's unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
Wagon wheel, someone said. Wagon wheel.
Wagon wheels, yes.
Tea cakes as well, they're nice.
Tea cakes, yes, yes.
Yeah, wagon wheels is a good shout.
Jaffa cakes are cakes because they used to have to pay stupid tax price on biscuits, so they went to court and declared themselves a cake.
Really?
Really? Oh, that's
See,
interesting.
I didn't know that, so I've just learned something new.
Yeah,
Buy Thai pizza for God's sake.
you can buy it. You can buy it if you want. For God's sake, I'm okay. Thank you very much. By the way. Ooh, this is fascinating.
I feel like it can go either way.
Sheesh.
It can go over way.
Honestly, there's
It
gonna
can go
be-
over way.
She tried to.
It's got to go in the middle.
They've completely swapped
Roles.
dynamics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dominance. Yeah, they have. But
It's
I
like
don't know.
watching two completely different teams.
I don't know how Portugal not winning.
Honestly, it's like let's swap kits.
Oh.
She's onside, through on goal, one on
score
one.
now.
Get
The
on it.
Portugal win.
Come
Great
on.
defending.
Great
Took
tackle.
too much time to
Too
be
much
fair.
time
It's
on
taken
it.
too long.
It's too much time on it.
She's still got it.
Still in
taken-
there. Opportunity.
Oh my God. I'm,
Goodness me.
How are they not winning? How are they not
this is
winning
too
this?
much.
She's never had the pace to get away, did she?
How are they not
Oh
winning this?
my
This is
God.
unbelievable.
This one, like, she just seemed to just pick a spot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Goodness me. The manager's frustrated.
Wow.
The big beard says, Tyre, you don't pay for nothing, man.
How do you know that?
It's because you're asking everyone to send you a pizza.
No, I'm saying that. Why don't you pay? They said, God's sake, buy a pizza for me. Why don't you pay? They do big. Is it? What is big? Is that big
It's the
bear?
complete opposite argument than what they're making. They said you don't pay for nothing. And
How do they know that?
You're
But
telling them, why don't you pay?
Yeah, but how do you know that though? That's what I'm saying. How do you know? You don't know me to say I don't pay for nothing. How do you know that? That's my question. You don't know me. So how do you know I don't pay for nothing? I wish I didn't have to pay for nothing. That'd be great. That means everywhere I go, I get things for free. I'd love that.
5 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes. So, wow. There's still a chance then.
That is so unlucky. So unlucky.
That's a good shot.
It is unlucky. I didn't think he was even going
Yeah,
in.
it looked like it was going out
Yeah,
completely.
it
and
didn't
then
feel like it
just-
was going on target. Well, Switzerland.
They know you owe
Make yourselves.
Jason £1,000. That's
Yeah.
why they know you don't
No,
pay for
but
nothing.
yeah, but that doesn't mean they know me to know I don't pay for nothing. I wish I didn't pay for anything, because then that means I don't have to pay for anything again, and I can get everything free. So that shows how much they know, which is not as much as they think they do. Oh, Leo. "5 minutes. This is interesting."
God, we've had more than enough opportunities to.
MBG
Portugal should
says,
live.
someone get me Sophie's number. No, Sophie, what number do you wear on your shirt? He's asking.
I was 7 when I first went to kiddie. Now I'm CDM, I've changed. So
4?
no, actually, 16.
16.
16.
Marky Nobe's number, that one. Sweet.
16.
Ty needs to pay his 1k debt.
Says who?
Otherwise he's going to be on don't pay, take it away.
So
apparently.
says who?
Everyone in the
Well,
chat.
well,
Go for
well, I disagree. Why don't you pay it then? If you're so bothered, you pay it then.
Pay your
Yeah. you. Why don't you pay it then? Not production. The people in the comments. If you're so bothered about it, you pay it then, isn't it? It's true. You can pay it then, isn't it? Like you said, I don't pay for anything. So why should I pay for? According to Big Bird, I don't pay for anything. So what should I pay for? Big Bird, you pay then, isn't it?
You're having an argument with yourself now, man.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Did I mention myself? I said Big Bird, didn't I?
Who's Big Bird?
Big Beard. Wasn't that the one who made a comment that I don't pay anything?
Yeah, it was actually.
Thank you very much. So that's my comment to Big Beard. You pay, because you said I don't pay for anything, so you can pay for me then, isn't it? Isn't it? I don't know why people are bothered. It's nice to do them.
Oh my God. Some of these tackles, man.
Yeah, but
It's feisty, isn't it? It's been really feisty.
Yeah,
yeah, but it's not spilled over though, which is a good thing.
someone's on the ground. She must be hurt.
I don't know how Portugal haven't won this now.
What boots did you wear? I just saw your boots then.
Well, it's
when
good
you were
tackle.
playing.
I
Are you
wore
like an old school
Adidas World Cup.
World Cups?
Oh, is
or
it?
Copas.
Yeah.
I did wear Predators a few times, but
Our Predators used to be the
my favourite boots that I ever had, and I bought them in like, you know, one of these Sal in the line,
Yeah. Yeah.
one of them was Umbro Speciales.
Okay.
They was phenomenal boots.
So you're like old
Obviously,
school
other.
leather.
Yeah,
Other boots are
really
available.
really soft leather. They was the best boots I've ever had. Someone stole them.
What?
To be fair,
I stole my bag and everything.
Oh,
my
sorry to
boots
hear
at the
that.
moment are the Zidane accelerators, the gold
Okay.
ones,
Oh, I had them.
which I love. To be fair, I love. But I used to be.
I
Like,
had them the first time round. That's how old I am.
really, well, I got the remakes. I got them, but like when I was fast, I'd have like Mercurials and whatnot. But
All
now
right.
with CDM, I go more disciplined.
I bought the Predator.
They always a mad colour though, my boots.
The Predator accelerators when they was £100. That's how much mine cost me when they first came
Mad,
out.
innit?
100 quid,
Wow.
120
But you used to
quid.
be able to get like top spec boots for about 120,
120.
100. Yeah. Now it's
It's like 390,
Yeah.
isn't it?
crazy.
Oh my gosh. That's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
my son wanted a pair.
Is it?
Yeah, he got the cheap ones in the end.
I was pretty sure like in the Mercurials they have like a pro version.
Mm.
So you have like the Elite, which is like the £300 ones.
Yeah.
But then
Oh,
the pro
really?
version apparently is the same as what the top spec used to be.
Get onto
So
her.
they're still like really good.
Well, last chance.
It's not a corner. I don't
It's
think.
not
it.
a corner.
No, a corner.
No.
Rebounded back off her.
Portugal should have won this.
Yeah.
They should have won
But they
this.
should take some like hope from it. Their second half was really good. And
Yeah,
and
second
they
half
could've-
was really
could've-
good.
They should have. They could have.
Well, what they'll look back on is the chance they missed
Yeah.
and think
Yeah.
the terrible start has cost them. That terrible start has cost them because they should have actually won the game.
I mean, that opportunity on the volley.
Yeah.
She's got to score. She has to score. It's easy for us to say.
I
but
think
she's gotta
both
score.
teams have chances.
Yeah.
Both
But-
teams have had chances.
Listen, the way it's gone now.
After conceding too early though, like they did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
They've got to take inspiration from that. Really, the fact that they came back into the game.
Yeah,
Let's give a foul.
but the thing is, Switzerland will be happy in the fact that they didn't lose.
Well, it's a mixture of emotions for both teams, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Because Switzerland, how's Switzerland going to be happy? They was 2-0 up in 5 minutes.
Yeah, but they should be about 4-2 down now.
They should be.
You know, so they won't be happy that they haven't won, but they'll be more happy that they haven't lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and Portugal will be very
They could
disappointed.
win it, yeah. Look, they've put another ball in the box and the keeper's dropped it.
Oh my gosh,
Good,
that's
good.
unbelievable.
But it's cleared away, and that
There
should
goes
be
the
that.
whistle.
Should be
I
done
would
there.
imagine.
Should we have blow?
She's not looking at her.
He
She's
hasn't
not looking at her
blown.
watch though.
Yeah. Is it a he or she? The
She.
referee.
It's a she.
It's a she.
Yeah, it's done.
Oh, that's it. This is unbelievable.
Are all the referees ladies?
I think they are.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. They
That's
are.
good
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, they are.
I think that's good.
That is good. Well, then there's going to be a female referee in Serie A next season. And that's it.
That is it. 2-2
Good
Good
game.
game.
was a really good game of football.
Really good game.
It started a little bit-
Unbelievable.
I thought it was going to be an absolute train wreck for Portugal, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, since the 2 Switzerland goals, nothing happened, and then the tide really swung.
Yeah.
Disappointed not to come away with a win there.
Yeah, I
Paolo.
think especially in the last 20 minutes, I mean, there were chances there to be taken. I mean, we hit the post. Diana Silva had some chances there. She should have scored. She should have scored, you know. But after the first half, I mean, I was impressed with a good 55, 60 minutes of that game. But at the first half an hour, 35 minutes, the physicality of Switzerland was a problem. And I didn't see us really playing as a team. I just saw individual skill and not much to play for in terms of the team. So that second half, it showed a lot more.
Everything to
So,
play for in a great. Look, listen, it's tournament football. You don't want to lose your first game.
Yeah.
Neither team have lost their first game, so I think they'll both be happy with that.
I don't know. I don't
Ty's
know.
annoyed because he knows once he should have won that one.
No,
You're annoyed, innit?
I'm not annoyed, but I think Portugal should actually be fuming because they should have won that game.
Yeah.
They better hope it doesn't come back to haunt them because that's got to be 3 points.
See, they should have won, yeah, but don't forget Switzerland did it at the bar as well.
No, they did. But the chances that they had,
Yeah.
they're guilt
They
edged.
should have.
They're guilt edged. And if Portugal win that game, can you imagine? It could
It's
be
3 points.
Don't forget about the first half as well. Switzerland did have a few extra opportunities on top of the ones that they scored.
Absolutely, and I'm not discounting that. But when you're in that position, you have to take your chances because the thing is now, if Portugal don't go through, that's going to cost them.
It is, yeah, it's true.
Because I think they should have won. And I'm not discounting what you said, right, Sophie, but I'm just...
Yeah.
When Portugal were on top, and they scored, they had to get a third. They had to get a third. The fact that they haven't could be the difference from them not qualifying.
I agree. Deep down, do Portugal expect qualification? Do you know what I mean? They weren't even expected in the tournament.
They weren't even expected to be here.
No.
So going 2-0 down as early as they did, I think that they should be feeling proud after the comeback. And the fact that they should be feeling aggrieved because they should have
Should
won.
be mixed feelings for them because it's like we came in, let's just relax, let's just play with freedom, and then they're like happy with a draw, but then in the back of their mind they must be thinking, oh, we should have still won that one.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you look at the teams that are in the group, it is a pretty tough group, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
But this is
you've got Netherlands and Sweden, which is coming up next, by the way. Don't go anywhere because we will be covering that as well here on DI Sport.
And this is what I'm saying, Nick. The thing, I hope it doesn't...
Well, let me do the plug first.
Sorry. But this is what I'm saying, Nick. The thing is, they had to win because if they're 2-0 down against Netherlands and Sweden, they're not coming back.
No.
Yeah.
And this is the problem. I hope it doesn't cost Portugal, but I fear it will. Because of the teams they've got to play, Netherlands, the holders, and Sweden. If they go 2-0 up, they're not going to mess around like Switzerland. They might get a third or fourth.
Yeah, it's true.
You
I
know.
agree.
Like the less derogatory way ever, but I think for Portugal not to finish bottom of the group would be an achievement.
It would be.
Following their running to this tournament, so
it would be.
yeah.
It would be. But the thing is, can they play like that against Holland and Sweden? That is the acid test.
This is the one game where they would fancy to get something out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And also, they cannot afford to start like that against Holland and Sweden because they won't be not coming back.
Yeah.
So I hope it hasn't cost them qualification.
Who would be the happier tonight when they go to
Switzerland, because of the fact, because what their manager might say is that, listen, you were 2-0 up, you were cruising. The fact that Portugal didn't beat us is massive.
I think they're both in the same boat because I think Switzerland will be looking at Sweden and Netherlands and thinking we can't play like that as well. Like
Exactly. But
this game for them in their heads will probably be the one. Oh yeah, we're going to win that one.
Yeah.
The two obviously, yeah, but and the fact they haven't.
Do you think if the next result is a draw, so Sweden and Netherlands draw?
Yeah.
Do you think that both teams will see that as a missed opportunity because
absolutely,
you're gonna see them as the two stronger teams, right?
And like I said, absolutely, I think so. Yeah. Portugal should be leading the group now, and if they're leading the group now, they can go into confidence against Holland
and
Sweden.
Leading the group.
Well, I mean, with 3 points, with 3 points, they should. I think it's a massive missed opportunity. Yeah. I know they didn't expect it, but and that chance that she had, she's got to score. She has to.
Yeah, absolutely. Are we ready to wrap up here? Or are we carrying on? We can wrap up. Thank you so much.
Wrap up has got 1p, by the way.
What's that?
Wrap up has got, there's no 2p's. it's 1p.
It's telling me to go.
It's 1p.
Thank you so much for joining us for the Women's Euros. We are covering every game of the Women's Euro, so don't go anywhere. If there's a Women's Euros game on, you will be able to watch along with us here. And saying that, we will be back for the Sweden versus... Remind me.
Holland. The holders.
The current champions of the Euros, Netherlands versus Sweden, will be coming up at 7:45, and we'll have another couple of guests. But thank you very much. If you're new around here, subscribe. But thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank you much for having us. Thank you to DI Sports.
No problem. But don't go anywhere. We will be back.
Peace.